should have known better. He really should have. Like, no joke, guys. I, honest to God, didn't even know that I was late until I sat down and was about to send out links. I thought I was doing okay. And I sat down to send out the links, and I pull up like StreamYards so that I can send out the invite. And I look at the comments pop up, and I'm like, oh crap, it's 12:03. Oh no, I thought it was like 11:50. Oh shit. Yeah. You know, we're actually doing this. Yes, I did the thing. We did it. I woke up around, I think, was it like 9:45 this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like one of the only days I can sleep in. And I immediately, before I'd even gotten my caffeine, before I had even eaten breakfast, I started watching this show. So I'm not one. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I'm confused because of the show, or if I'm confused because I still haven't finished my fucking coffee yet. So I'm just, you know. I definitely didn't just spill it while I made that gesture. That definitely didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Smooth.
Yep, that didn't happen.
We are professionals on this show.
Yep, I'm a professional. Yep, 12:03 and didn't even notice it. Time doesn't fit. Yeah. No. Your normal time. Yeah, Eric's time is whatever time I tell you, plus 15 to 20 minutes. So, and in college, it became a meme in college because, except for my classes, because my I don't know why at college they thought that this, but my college was fucking stupid. They treated it like high school. So if you didn't attend, yeah, so you know how I'm paying to be here, right? But they're treating me like I'm in high school. So they had attendance. So they marked down how you're there. And if you miss so many classes, you would be bumped down an entire letter grade. Same thing with being late. So
mine was the same way.
It's like, no.
I'm paying you thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I paid you to be here. You should treat me like the adult I am. Okay? If I want to not show up for this class that I paid to be a part of, you know, it's that's on me. You shouldn't be treating me like oh you're tardy. Here, go get a tardy slip. It's like, no, nah, bitch. So there were several mornings where I would wake up because I lived like a mile from campus. And there were no buses or any sort of transportation. And the parking was so awful that you dare not move your car. Unless you're planning to get there at like 7 o'clock. An hour before the earliest classes, you're not finding a parking spot. And most of the time, those people are going to be the people that live in like apartments elsewhere. I lived on campus. And I still lived a mile away from where most of my classes were.
Wow.
Up and down two really big hills. So you can imagine, like, I'd wake up 15 minutes before my class, and I am, like, running to class. I had many a time where I was running to class. Yeah, I that's how I stayed in shape in college. A mile to my classes, and then a mile back. So,
I remember I used to think bikes were for like dorks who couldn't afford a car, and then I went to college and bikes seemed a lot cooler now.
Yeah.
You could just take them off your car, ride to class. No problem.
I didn't even think about getting a bike because I was just like, I don't know after college, like, if I'm ever going to use this again. You know, it was kind of one of those mindsets. And it's like, I already paid for a part.
Which is why.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really used my bike since college either, which is why I bought like a busted up, used one.
didn't even think about that. See, that's so clever. I did not think about that. I was like, I paid way too much fucking money. I think it was like over $100 for a parking permit. And the parking permits were fine. Here's the thing though. I lived like right across from the football stadium because the only, like, I think I got financial aid if I lived in a dorm. And there's only one dorm on campus that had a full kitchen. So it was fucking hard as shit to get in, right? And it was only for like the upperclassmen because, you know, lowerclassmen or the underclassmen, they don't fucking need to cook food, I guess. And no, they're just going to eat at the shitty cafeteria because it's a fucking requirement to eat at the shitty cafeteria your first year. I don't know why. You know, the only times that it even smells like somewhat decent is on parental, like, visiting days. You're like, oh, it must be parent day because it actually smells good. Okay. But I lived right across the street from the football stadium. And the fucking thing about the parking there, I know this is totally fucking off topic and no one gives a shit, but the thing about the parking there is that it was only from, what was it? I think 7 to 5 is when only like the parking thing was or maybe it was 7 to 8 or maybe it was 8 to 8. I don't remember, but it was like it ended after a certain amount of time was parking with this sticker that you had to buy was allowed. And then anybody could park, right? And then on weekends, the parking permit, basically it was like you didn't have a parking permit. There was no parking, like special parking or whatever. So if you decided, like I decided one day, because I was an idiot, on Saturday morning to get up and drive to a grocery store so that you can get fucking food, you heathen, you might not have a parking spot when you come back because the people that are going to the football game can park anywhere, including your dorm.
Right.
Because they don't need a permit because parking patrol isn't doing anything. So, you know, you pay over $100 to park, and then some fucko who's tailgating 3 hours before the game even remotely starts decides that they want to take up all the parking. So
nice.
Yeah. And by the time I left, the amount of parking that was available to everyone was half what it was when I got there because they kept building dorms and other buildings like in the big parking lots. And they had like these two-way streets that they made one-way streets with hourly parking. And I'm just sitting here like, you're taking thousands of dollars from me, right? Just so I can be here. Like, the least you could do is give me free parking, right? That's such a dick move to make me pay for parking. Yeah.
It is. Especially when they're removing parking spots.
Yeah, they decided to make this really big, nice dorm. And the commuter-only parking, which are basically anyone that lives off campus, right? The commuter-only parking, that they built it in that parking lot. So there's almost no commuter parking. The parking lot shrank to 1/10 of its original size because then that became dorm parking for that dorm.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really fucking smart. It didn't. Anytime that I've gone by that, in the years since I've gone by the school, it's in the years since I've graduated, it doesn't seem like it's getting better. So, yeah. Anyway, so Lord of the Rings, or I'm sorry, Rings of Power. My bad.
Yeah, please don't conflate the two.
Yeah, sorry. The thing, yeah, I said Lord of the Rings. It says it at the very beginning of this thing. Rings of Power. I am fucking confused. I think that is what I have to say about this show. I am confused as all fuck. Okay, I'm pretty sure everyone here at least somewhat knows what happens because that's all anyone's been talking about. I'm not going to pretend like I'm a unique person by covering this.
No, you're the only person who's ever covered the show.
Yeah.
It's not like I was on a panel just yesterday talking about it.
Yeah, it's not like I was up super early yesterday because somebody had to fucking get up and watch it at like 5 in the morning. So okay, this is how it starts. So
Loki and I had a jolly good time watching it.
I could vaguely hear y'all like laughing y'all's assholes off, and I feel like I kind of should. I just didn't want you and me to have the same fucking commentary. You know what I mean? Like I kind of wanted us to watch it separately.
That's fair.
So like, but I kind of feel like I missed out on all the fun y'all were having because I was just kind of sitting here like, huh? Okay. Oh, we're moving on. Okay. What? Huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, we're just gonna okay. Anyway, like that was just like the cycle was me going okay. Wait, what? I'll take your word for it. I literally like they decided to release it on a Friday, and we do a Saturday show. Now I don't know if we're gonna continue reviewing like episode by episode because we're getting really close to 100. I kind of feel like we should though, in a way, like review the episodes, but I don't know. It's like the biggest thing that's happening in pop culture at the moment.
It is.
She-Hulk, I don't give a shit about you, okay? I saw the twerking scene, and if that didn't define to me what that show was, then I don't know what is, okay? That was so objectively terrible. I couldn't. There was no. I just don't know what to do with that. Like as a professional woman, I found that deeply offensive as a scene. So I do not fucking get it. And I just have no desire to watch She-Hulk. I'm watching Rings of Power because I'm pretty sure the show's aimed at people like me. People
Lucky you.
Might have seen the movies, but don't really know that much about the fucking lore. Because I'm sorry, you people who know lore, all right? This is not made for you. Because you can call them out on bullshit.
No.
This is not made for y'all. And I know you've heard that as a meme, but I'm not fucking kidding. This was not made for y'all because y'all can call them out on all their bullshit. I can't. I cannot do that very well. I know a little bit, but I haven't read the books. I don't know that much about the Second Age, like at fucking all, right? I was sitting there thinking to myself, I miss Sandriel. Like that's where I was, like watching the fucking elves. I was like, I miss Sandriel. Where's my boy? Where is he? He's not even alive yet, but goddamn it, I miss him and his fabulous bitch ass. Like I just miss him so much. Like I don't know enough that I can regularly call them on their bullshit. I can just be confused because as far as the lore goes, I know a little bit. I don't know anywhere near as much as a lot of you Tolkien fans. But from like a storytelling point of view, very fucking confused. I don't know who this is for.
And that's the thing.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so poorly paced. It's not.
Yes.
It doesn't really explore its world that well. The characters are not well defined. It's like,
oh no, I can't.
I would say the most
characteristics. Yeah. No.
The most interesting character, like the most interesting story that they've set up so far is, not Gandalf, but it's I don't know.
That's Gandalf.
That's the most interesting one, and it has to be Gandalf.
Yeah,
there's no way it's
that
not.
Shit, by the way, I want everyone to know I fucking called that shit weeks ago. I want everyone to fucking know that shit. I don't care if anyone else did it, but I want everyone to know because y'all called me fucking crazy in the chat. I'm looking at y'all. Y'all called me crazy. You're like, no way, Gandalf's not supposed to be around. They don't give a shit. I don't care. So, confused as fuck. Yeah, I just.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, it's un-Gandalf. It's Gandalf Light, maybe?
I can't believe it's not Gandalf.
Oh my god, I need that meme now. Chris, you know what to do. There's just so much guy liter. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, so if any. Okay, you know what Gandalf reminded me of? The guy that not Gandalf, whatever you want to call him. His story is ripped off. And I don't know if that's exactly how. I don't know if that's actually his story. So I don't know who's ripping off who because I haven't read the book. Did he come down from wherever the fuck he was to Middle Earth in a comet? Is that how he got here? And
that's actually something I'm not familiar with. I've actually not read the Silmarillion.
Okay. I summoned Loki. I summoned Loki. No. Okay, cool. And he's called the...
I didn't think so.
So any of you fucks out there, and I know this because I had played the fuck out of this game to the point that Loki said, you need to go play something else. I got obsessed with this game. If any of y'all are familiar with Diablo 3, this is a fucking ripoff for Tyrion's story in Diablo 3. I think they even call him the Stranger, if I remember correctly. But he comes down. He's literally like fucking, I can't remember, Mr. Pride, asshole, angel. It is like, hey, bitch, I don't like that you've been helping the humans. And he's like, you know what? Get fucked. I think the humans are a good ally. And technically they're not supposed to interfere, but like the demons are, so they've been interfering. So it's kind of like, I mean, if only one side of the game is following the rules, it's like you're an idiot, because they're cheating. And so it's like, no, we need to do something about this. This is kind of partially our fault too. And so he gets banished and he gets all his shit ripped from him and he is sitting down like a fucking comet. Okay, see if I can fucking find like a comet. And he loses all his memory. Let's see, Diablo 3, Tyrael. There we go.
How about Goku?
Oh shit, you're right. That's also true. Oh no, I don't want that seed. Bad seed. No. So there we go. Let me see. Tyrael's fucking badass as shit. Okay, so hopefully I won't get nuked from the heavens. For this. Let's see. Okay. So he came by boat. A comet's a cooler way to travel, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Loki, if I could travel by comet or boat, I'm coming in like a dramatic bitch on a comet. Okay. Okay. So this is like something bad happens. There's tism. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So that's Tyrael. They're all the angels wear these fucking awesome hoods, and they have these cool ass wings. Let me see. I'm just gonna mute it. So they're like blah 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 bad. This is Imperious. He's a fucking dick. he's Tyrael's kicking ass. He's like, yeah, get fucked. I own your bitch ass. Yeah. Anyway, Tyrael's fucking great. Look at this dramatic fuck. He's just like does the most unnecessary bullshit. Tyrael could have killed him, blah blah blah. Come on. I went back too far. He's like blah blah. No one cares about Leia, it's fine. Yeah, he's just like, get fucked. I take off my angel wings because I want to help the humans, so I cast myself out, basically. And he becomes human, and because he's human, he's not allowed in heaven anymore, and so there he went. Like, and look at that. Yeah. So that's what I mean when I say that feels like super fucking ripped off. You know? I'm just saying, is there? Yeah, y'all don't need to know unless like the game. Y'all don't need to know any more spoilers. But yeah, Tyrael is he's literally like sit down like a comet from the heavens. And he forgets he forgets who he is, and they have to piece back a sword. So the sword has his sword, which is like his like cool ass weapon, has been broken into 3 parts. So you go on all these little missions, right? To get the sword, and you battle all these bosses or whatever. And you get the sword and you piece it together, and he remembers who he is and why he felt it was so important that he decided on purpose to fall from heaven to deliver a message to humanity, but he couldn't communicate it because he had forgotten that. So it's like, to me, when I saw that, I couldn't unsee Tyrael falling from heaven. And I was just, that feels totally ripped from Diablo 3. Is that Lucifer? No, that's Tyrael, Angel of Justice. Fuck yes. Tyrael's badass as hell. I love him to death. He's a little naive sometimes, but you know, it's fine. It's okay. He kind of has that dark, deep voice, that Batman thing going on a little bit. But yeah, no, it's like all I did was see that. So the Stranger, when I think of the Stranger, I'm thinking of you have ripped shit off from Diablo 3. Kind of just, I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with Diablo 3, so I felt the need to like show that to y'all. But okay, so at the very beginning, we have Galadriel lecturing my ass. Because it's like, look, the world. She says something that is so fucking confusing. Like, I'm confused within the first 30 seconds of this thing. And there was a time when the world was so young, there had not yet been a sunrise. But even then, there was light.
Can I just say that this prologue lasted just short of forever?
It was like
it dragged
forever.
On so long.
And then, but at the end of it, you're just like, wait, what do I know now? The elves left
exactly.
their bullshit.
And the thing is, you know, Fellowship of the Ring also had a fairly long prologue as well. But at the end of it, I knew what the stakes were now.
Like, oh, Big Bad cannot have his ring back because we're fucked. Okay, I got it. We got it. Lots of sacrifices were made so that we separated him from the ring. And the only thing that's keeping us from basically being completely fucked over as a planet is this dude not having this ring and destroying this ring, so that we could therefore basically destroy the kind of the source of like his anchor to this world, right? Yeah, okay, I get it. All right, ring needs to be destroyed. We're trying to fucking fight off all his other bullshit that's happening. You know, and keep his eye away from the people that have the ring. Okay, cool. We got this. Everything's fine. We got the story. We got the stakes. I don't, because I think I know a little bit about Morgoth. I know he was Big Bad number 1, right? I know he was the OG Big Bad of this realm, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I kind of wish I would have been able to see a little bit more of that, because who doesn't want to see an army of Balrogs or Balrogs, whatever you want to call them? That would have been fun. I would like to have seen like elves at the top of their game, like kicking ass and taking names. That would have been fun. But I also understand, I think that's the first age, right? This is the telling of the second?
Yes.
So
yes.
Okay, fine.
In theory, the telling of the second age.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's like, okay, it's fine. That is an accurate summary of Lord of the Rings. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm sometimes not that great at summaries. And so by the end of this telling, because I think Galadriel does it right at the beginning of Lord of the Rings. That's Galadriel that's talking. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So okay, fine. You did the thing. That good for you. You had Galadriel talk. But you kind of started out with you started out with big sad Galadriel moment. Oh no, she's being bullied. Why is she being bullied in heaven? Why is there bullying happen in heaven? Is that not what that's heaven to them, right? That's the underworld, the kind of the Valhalla, so to speak. Maybe I don't. That's their afterlife, right?
Kind of. It's
How do I describe it?
Not like, really.
Garden of Eden. Is that a better way to describe it?
Yeah, that's a little more accurate. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Garden of Eden. There's bullying happening in the Garden of Eden. That's weird. I think that's bizarre enough as itself. I don't understand why Galadriel's being bullied. Like, why? She's like royalty, right? I thought she was like royalty in the Elven Kingdom. Why are they bullying royalty? The Undying Land. Thank you, Lucky. I'm really shit at names, so this show is just... I'm just going to describe shit to y'all, and hopefully you'll understand. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she is technically a princess, but...
Yeah. Why is the princess being bullied?
Yeah.
Have y'all ever seen that ever in any kind of other show? Hey, okay, any of y'all who are watching House of the Dragon, Rhaenyra, has anyone seen her get bullied? No. I mean, you have the old man council that's basically just like, bitch, you're not queen yet, calm down. But other than that, like, there's nothing... She's treated with respect because she's royalty. I can't believe I'm saying there's a Game of Thrones things out there that is doing things better than fucking Lord of the Rings material. I don't understand that. And it's just stupid because it's like, okay, all these kids are upset with her for some reason. I have no idea why they're upset with her. Oh, she's a weirdo because she can make a swan boat. Sure. I don't know why that makes her weird. Like, her using magic's pretty... I thought that'd be pretty fucking normal. That all elves could use magic in varying degrees. Maybe not. I don't know. But then it's like, oh, your boat didn't float. But it did. It floated for like a good 2 minutes, and then you sunk it with a rock. Okay. Sure. And then she's talking to her cousin. I had to look up who that guy was, by the way. That's how I know that's her cousin. It wasn't magic. It was origami. God damn it.
Yeah.
Because I got excited. I thought it was magic. Origami's magic. You can't tell them you do that. No one in their right mind would dare. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I thought she had some kind of royalty of sorts. Because... like, a commoner does not become fucking, like, head bitch of an aspect of the elves, okay? She is, like, head bitch. And of that one elven peoples. I'm sorry, I'm super shit with names. And in the Lord of the Rings, at least. And she... So, I don't...
Just call them the Keeblers.
The Keeblers? The forest people that aren't the wood elves.
Just call them the Keeblers because just call them the Keeblers because they're not Tolkien elves. So they're the Keebler elves.
Yeah, the non-Tolkien elves, right? You thought it was origami too? Well, I thought it was origami, but then like the swan coming up, I thought was magic. I thought the swan head coming up was magic. Anyway, sorry, me and my dumbass for not knowing the finer points of origami. Yeah, I'm just skimming through it right now.
Stop the Asian hate, Eris.
Stop the Asian hate. I love it. Fucking Asian shit is great. It's like the only thing that's keeping entertainment alive, really. Let's see. Oh, it does. This website does not like it when I skim through. Morgoth, yeah, Morgoth has entered the fray. Elves have went to war. I didn't get to see that. Big sad moment for Eris. I gotta say, the fucking dragon coming, like the introduction to Middle Earth. I liked the Middle Earth introduction of, all right, this shithole. Like literally fucking war. There's like giant birds being absolutely decimated by dragons, which obviously the dragon's gonna cook that bird and have it for dinner. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That was just really funny to me. Just like slogging it out in this really shitty like area. Like, and the way that it's told is like they rolled up into Middle Earth and like immediately started war. Like you didn't see them try to build anything. You didn't see them try to get their shit together. They rolled up and immediately started a war with the orcs. Like just immediately. And that was funny to me, the telling of that. Having the elves who lived in the Harmonator carve up trees whom it could speak and had fellowship with. Oh my god, I didn't even think of it like that. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, we hadn't gotten to that yet, but yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, and I've never seen you, so hello person who has wandered over here. Yeah, they're immediately fighting. It's raining. It's shit. Everything's on fire. You know. They do this fucking thing, and it makes me laugh every time I see it. Hold on, I gotta show y'all this shit. So there's just like this fucking battlefield moment. I'm sure y'all laugh too. I don't know how you couldn't laugh. There's like this after battlefield moment, and I know they thought they were being real slick, but like that's like the helmets of all the fallen elves. Like, holy fuck, you made a mountain. Just like imagine like raking the leaves. What are we gonna do with this? Like, I thought people reused their shit, or like at least put their shit like as like markers for gravestones. You know what I mean? So what are we doing with this? Are we just gonna leave this here? Elves of nature, you're just gonna leave this here? You know nothing's gonna grow there, and you're just kind of polluting the environment. What the fuck is this? Spoilers? Yeah. No one in this chat gives a shit about spoilers. To be honest with her, no one gives a shit about spoilers if you're in this chat. The first thing the elves did when they went to Middle Earth was to burn their ships because Hunter wanted to make sure they couldn't go back. The second was start a civil war. Yeah, I know. Is that real? Because I really wanted. Oh, civil war within themselves. You're fucking right. Yeah. So they they just. I don't know. The fact that they started a war like with the orcs was super funny to me. But this should be a meme thing. Like, I don't know how this isn't a meme at this point. It's just really funny to me. Because that took them a while, all right? That means that they had to like dig around the battlefield and like purposefully make this. This is just so silly. I can tell by the landscape alone that shit went down, right? You can just show me a bunch of like burned skeletons and like the point gets across, right? Whenever you were in Lord of the Rings, that opening sequence and you were seeing them fight Sauron, you really got the feeling that a whole bunch of people were dying. You know, there was no question that their victory might be at hand. But in the long run, like it's like we won the battle at the end of the day, but the amount of people we lost, we can't really call this a victory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so crazy. Aqualondi. Alqua, I fucking cannot. I cannot fucking
Aqualad.
I can't. Aqualad. Yeah. See what happens when I try to pronounce it. Anyway, that was funny as fuck to me. That fucking pile of helmets was hilarious. For the orcs, okay, the orcs spread to Middle-earth, whatever. More questions have followed, and this is where I really get confused.
I
was not under the impression that Sauron was a Darth apprentice to the Emperor Morgoth.
No,
right?
he wasn't.
I don't understand that. I thought he was just, and I thought they said this in the movies, by the way. I thought he was just inspired by him. He was like, "Oh, that was cool. Let me fucking do this. I can do this better."
Essentially, yeah, because
yeah,
the big thing is wasn't around during Morgoth. He was about 1,000 years later.
Yeah, it's a different age.
He was not alive to be. He was not around to be his apprentice, his lieutenant, or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't, and I was just very confused. We're in the first fucking episode, and I am seeing Sauron in head to toe fucking Sauron armor, and I'm like, whoa, buddy, we're in the flashback. What the hell? I thought this was recent, like more recent shit. You know?
Hey, Dave Bob.
You have not seen what I've seen. I saw both episodes. I have seen the shit. I've seen shit. They called him Sauron. He's in fucking full armor. My brother vowed to speak out and destroy him. And then it cuts and he's just like fucking dead. Fucking dead. I'm like, well, yeah. And then she just like corpse steals. Literally fucking steals from a corpse. Like, I'm gonna get my own sword. Thank you very much. I'm not stealing my brother's sword, okay? Unless he handed it to me in his dying breath, I'm not taking that shit. Fuck off. No, that's rude. That's very rude.
Yeah.
And also Sauron's out here branding people.
That's also weird.
Yeah.
But we're also I mentioned this to my wife when we were watching it on evening, and I also commented to Loki when I was rewatching it with him. Her brother, elves are supposed to be like unworldly beautiful, and
he's kind of ugly.
Yeah.
All the elves are kind of vaguely like not attractive. Okay, I understand. Like, Hugo Weaving isn't exactly the most attractive ass fucking person, right? But you cannot tell me Galadriel's growing up to be Cate Blanchett from this, okay? Cate Blanchett is ungodly beautiful, okay? She is like some fucking otherworldly creature, okay? She looks stunning, gorgeous. Fandriel?
And the fact
really?
Like... Yeah, Lee Pace. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom. Yeah. It's like, he looks like an unworldly elf. I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Cate Blanchett, she carried herself with such like grace.
Yeah.
That she had this almost ethereal like movement to her.
She didn't walk, she was gliding, you know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fandriel was the fabulous Fandriel. I fucking love Fandriel to death. Okay, he's like he might be one of my favorites. He's definitely my favorite thing about the Hobbit movies. Queen Fandriel is fucking amazing. He's a fabulous diva, and you know, I appreciate everything about him. I love that character so much. He's just such a dramatic bitch, and I love him for it. But yeah, no, like every single elf in this, I'm kind of like, oh, the chick that played Arwen, also like unworldly beautiful, right? Hell, even Aragorn, who had like elf ancestral
Tyler,
blood, yeah, he looked a little like, god damn, dude, you know. I said the only one I could.
Yeah, Liv Tyler also has that.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I interrupted you.
I was just saying, but yeah, Liv Tyler also has that.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I interrupted you. 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 Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I interrupted you.
I was just saying, But yeah, Liv Tyler also has that quality where she's just like, man, she's beautiful.
Yeah, they all did except Elrond. Elrond was the only one I was kind of like, eh. But he did such a good job at the character. I forgave him
Rough
for it.
around the edges, yeah.
Yeah, like he's a little past his prime. You know what I mean? Like
Mr. Anderson.
Yes, like I love Hugo Weaving to death.
Mr. Bilbo.
And I think he had the perfect like mannerisms and voice, but like I'm sorry, your face does not match like the rest of the elves. You could even see it in like the elf armies. Like
you could argue it's because
faces.
he's been in war. He's been in war. I'll give it a pass.
Yes. I do give him a pass because I will give Hugo Weaving a pass.
He's seen some shit.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. But it's just so like everyone was like really, really pretty. And there are characters in this that I'm just like, I don't know how you're growing up to look like that. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Gladriel got hit with the ugly stick. I don't know. Maybe she drinks a potion or some shit. I don't know. But like, she gives me just like this. I don't know how to put it. If I didn't know that was Gladriel, I would not know that was Gladriel. If that makes any sense to anybody. I don't. That's not Gladriel to me.
No, and where is her daughter?
Yes. Whose daughter? Gladriel's daughter?
And Gladriel has a daughter that marries because she's she's Arwen's grandmother.
Oh.
So where's her daughter?
Fuck. Oh shit! Well, then she'd have to sleep with a man. We can't do that. That's fucking not happening.
Oh, okay. So I guess Arwen never exists, and therefore,
Aragorn isn't motivated by
yeah. So the Return of the King never happens. Okay.
Literally, because the king returned for Elven Puswa. Okay, that's what happened. And if you don't think that, then
it's true.
You didn't watch the movie. My dude was literally like, yeah, fuck all y'all. Oh, that pretty elfin chick wants me. Okay, yeah, I'm on board. This is fine. It's so funny.
He's a bit more noble than that in the books.
It's funny. There's comedy.
It's not
this is
just because of that.
No, it's like
we're talking Rings of Power. No comedy's allowed.
Well, they tried a couple times, and it was like, oh god, you.
My weekend with Gandalf, where he's like a corpse, and they're like moving around.
Yes. So yeah, cringe as shit. So next thing we know, fucking Sauron's out here branding people with like a trident.
Even though he's not around yet, but okay.
Yeah, he's branding people with a trident of. I don't know. I think Jason Momoa is going to be in this Aquaman. He went dark, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I like the landscape. There's like visuals that I like. The visuals have nothing to do with like the show really, except for like some of the set design. I like a lot of the
some of the set design is nice.
Yeah,
I like some of the I like some of the landscapes that are showing some of the architecture of the places.
Yeah,
shots.
Yeah.
When they composite them, look terrible.
Yeah,
like when they have the actors in front of like clearly a green screen, it looks awful.
Yeah, that was kind of cringe. But it's like no, the shots of just the landscape did it.
Yeah. Nice, very nice. But when the actors are in those landscapes, it looks terrible.
Yeah. So there's another question.
Don Legolas, look
cool
terrible.
Cool Ocean, which like I've never seen a character like. Well, Cool Ocean, because he is Cool Ocean. I don't know. In Batwoman season 2, there was a character almost exactly like him. And his name was Ocean. Like, that's why I'm just like,
okay.
It's cool ocean. Like, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. Like, that woman season 2, not 4, fuck off, Ocean. Pretty sure. Yeah, his name's Ocean. there's a character that's almost exactly like him in his mannerisms. I think the stereotype has been called the non-threatening black man. I think it's the stereotype that they've called.
Okay.
Yeah, where basically they reduce the masculinity of them to being just, I am but a whisper, a shadow. I will speak like this, very calm and collected, and I will never raise my voice, for you might fear me. Yeah. Not threatening black man. Yeah, cool ocean. Yeah, that's Loki came up with the cool ocean thing during the Batwoman. But yeah, that's where that meme comes from, was the cool ocean from the Batwoman, because they fucking decided to do that. So
Okay.
I know we're taking this at a very slow pace. Actually quicker, because there's not a whole lot. There's a lot, but not a whole lot. So we go to this like mountain, this frozen wasteland, where there's somehow both a waterfall and a frozen waterfall right next to each other. And that's where another question popped up. The question was, what? That's not how nature works. Yeah. I don't know how in like the frozen wasteland of this area there is a massive waterfall happening. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And it's literally next to, because you have these elves that are climbing up this mountain rock. Apparently there's no other way to fucking get up. Damn shame no one apparently can use magic. And they're climbing up this mountain face using, because you can't, like, their materials, which I don't even know how their materials are really working to begin with. It's just the look of their shoes. They have these pointy shoes that go in, and that doesn't look like it could hold anything. And they're climbing up this face on this frozen, it looks like a frozen waterfall. But it's right next to this giant waterfall, and I just don't know how that's not frozen too.
Yeah, it should be collapsing on them.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't understand.
Neither did the creators.
They're going up. These fucking dumbasses. Okay, I don't even understand how these people are still alive. They are wearing chainmail in a frozen wasteland. Does anyone know what happens to metal when it gets cold? It absorbs the cold because it's a good conductor of temperature, okay? Both cold and warm.
Okay, here's where I'm willing to give it a little more. Elves are not affected by weather as nearly as much as humans, dwarves, or hobbits are.
That's fine if they didn't fucking talk about, and I would give that to you if they weren't talking about the torches immediately afterwards.
Yes.
So I would have given that to you.
I'm just saying, because like if you remember in Fellowship, there's the scene where they're trying to go around the mountain, and you see Gandalf and the hobbits, and they're all like trudging through the snow, and Legolas is like just walking on top of it, because weather does not affect elves as much.
Well, he was also wearing reasonable clothing too.
He was wearing more reasonable clothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Lord of the Ring elf, not what we're getting here. Because later on, as they're walking, they're like stumbling in the weather. And it's like no.
Yeah, like I could give that, but they literally contradict that sentiment. So you got Galadriel, Commander Galadriel, what sounded stupid. I don't know if that's like a real. That sounded silly. Like me hearing the word General Organa, and then Leia turns around. Like my brain wasn't able to like. I just knew them from a different title, so it's like I don't even know if this is accurate. They're wearing mithril. No, I thought mithril didn't exist yet. Loki told me mithril didn't exist yet.
It shouldn't yet. No.
I was wearing boots. Okay. It doesn't. Yeah, but that's something. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, it's mithril. So I thought, hey, this is chainmail, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, it's mithril. Obviously, that makes more sense. Okay, we're cool. But then Loki told me that mithril wasn't invented yet, and I was like, oh, well, now I'm back to square one. Now I'm confused again. I don't know.
And as Rambam puts it, mithril is dwarvish, not elvish.
Yes, that's something else. Yeah.
It's dwarven made.
Yeah. I like that they chose like the most non-elf looking. Yeah. So here we go. Here is the kind of the kicker. Hold on. So slight issue here. Yeah.
Remember, they're not affected by extremes of cold.
Yeah. So
clearly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's the point of the chainmail hood?
If you're not going to have like another piece of armor or something over it, I don't know. Well, even then,
she's wearing it like a hoodie, as opposed to like, when you have like a helmet on.
Oh my god! You know what this energy is?
Like,
This is
if
like
you are cold, wrap your cloak around it.
Yeah. But that's what you see. I'm kind of just. I don't know. The scene is weird to me. Where's your army? Don't worry about it. Look, and she's the only one that's doing it because everyone else is just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that was a weird moment for me. No, we keep moving. Yeah, let's again like. Yeah, they're struggling. You know.
Oh, we're here.
Yeah. Oh, fuck,
we wandered into this abandoned.
Yeah.
We just wandered into the place we were looking for that we were lost in a storm in. That's convenient.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just all of a sudden they're just like, look, guys. Oh, we found it. Oh, well, good, because we were about to die. Like, I'm glad that we finally found. Like, look at this dude. He's wearing his little like scarf. He has a little scarf, like, you know. And I gotta say, this is one of the only shots you really see it. On what planet is this a smart sword design? Like, shouldn't it be like right here, like almost half of it? Like, how?
That would be like a weapon that you. That would be a weapon that you would kind of wield when you're on horseback.
Okay. Well, they don't have any horses.
I know.
So, not that horse. Yeah, I don't. This is insane. This is such. I've never. It's like the guards are very small, and then you just have wah.
Oh no, it's stupid. It is stupid.
This looks.
And also. It's also extremely impractical to have your weapon holstered on your back because it's very, very hard to get.
Yeah, what's aesthetically wrong with the Ford? Well, the fact that it looks like that weapon, just by the handle, looks so heavy that it would knock her over. Like, I'm serious. Like, it looks so heavy. I don't think people understand how heavy swords are. I really don't. I don't know.
Oh, they're extremely heavy.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're designed to kill people.
Yeah, like we got Gandalf's sword at the ICC con, and that shit's heavy for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at this sword, which looks bigger than his, and just by the handle, it looks bigger. And it's so crazy. Like I don't know. Like, when I think of elves, I don't think of giant broadswords. You know what I mean? And that's what I would expect from a handle like this. I'd expect a bigger guard and a big sword. But I also know that that's not a big sword that's on her back either. It's just weird. It's a weird sword. It looks more like a cross than a sword. Gotta go look for a clear image of those swords. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they're doing dramatic thundering occurs. They found the castle, which I gotta say, I kind of want my house to look like. I kind of like the idea of like a really like crazy, scary looking castle, right? Because like anybody that would even think about breaking in would take one look at your home and be like, yeah, nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna die if I go in there, you know. Just have it look really menacing from the outside, but the second you walk in, it's like a normal house. You know?
Yeah.
Swords weren't heavy. Also, swords weren't heavy. Most swords were not above 3 pounds. You sure? Are you sure about that? Just 6.5 pounds. Well, maybe I'm just a weak woman. Ram Bam. Is that what you're implying? That I'm just a weak woman?
Oh my goodness.
I've trapped you. You can't win. You can't. Okay, so the orcs are here. They're doing shit. No, orcs aren't here. Sorry, my bad. Oh yeah, this place is so evil. Our torches give off no warmth. I didn't know evil was cold. There's a great debate about whether hell is cold or hot. I kind of like. I like the idea of the cold because that's more fascinating to me as a concept. Also, I hate the cold. So, I don't know. If you were walking into a place and it is so fucking cold, your torches aren't doing shit, you have more issues. Especially when there's a blizzard happening outside. Matter of fact, you countered. Okay, that's a good counter. That's a maybe it's a maybe.
Okay.
I might let that slide. It's colder than the rest. Follow me! Let me show you to the paths of evil. And then, they're just like walking around. You have her like lieutenant bitching the entire time. Just, why are we not home? I don't understand. You drug us out here, and I don't even know. And it's like fucking, what's that one? Holdo again. Just leading people and not telling them her plans. Just like, guys, you gotta fucking tell your people your plans. Because then they're gonna be confused, and that's how mutinies happen. Just, why are you not telling your people, at least your first officer, tell them your plans, And she sees a snowflake fall, and it's burning on this fucking... Hold on. Maybe I can show this. Maybe I can just show y'all what's going on. And, oh, look. Very hand, a flame is unquenched. And look, his thing's there again.
Okay, hold on.
What? Got to go back.
Because
there's
another thing I want to comment on that struck me with this scene. So
okay.
when they when they enter this room, there's that you see like the skeletal remains of an orc that's been like magically welded into the wall, and the elf that's with her says, "What devilry is this?" Why would you say something like that? You don't have a being that you refer to as the devil in this world.
No, you could. I mean, Sauron's the closest to that, but he shouldn't be. Like,
well, no, Morgoth was.
Or Morgoth. Yeah, so you have Morgoth, who's kind of like, I'm translating it to things like that I really know. You know, you kind of have like your first like different iterations of what you consider Satan, right? So Morgoth is like your like the Satan at full power, right? But Sauron's kind of the charmer. That's
right.
Like the underhanded, sly fucker that you got to be careful
the Lucifer,
about.
Right?
Yes, the Lucifer character. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. And yeah, so it's like two different sides. So you have devil at full power, and then you have the charming fucker that is like that's gently manipulating things. The puppet master, the that kind of guy.
Yes.
Who like
but that doesn't
but sorry, go ahead.
But that doesn't explain why you would still use the word "what devilry is this" when there is no use of that word in this world.
Yeah, what evil is this?
That would make more sense, but not
what
devilry.
Darkness is this? Yes.
My point is, that's a word that wouldn't be used in Middle Earth because it doesn't have connotation.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so we got this scene, and woo! So I don't know. You know what this kind of energy gives me? This is like the same energy as Palpy, like screaming his plans to the heavens across the entire galaxy in Rise of Skywalker. On this day, which is this long amount away, I will be doing this thing. I could have very easily made this a surprise attack, and you all would have been fucked. But you know what? I shall announce my plan to the entire galaxy. Come get me.
It's a solid plan.
It's just like, I just, why tell people? I don't know. It's been how many years? Like, just let them think you're dead. And then go, hello, I have returned, that seems silly to me. That seemed really silly. And I don't understand this mark either. It's like it looks like a fucking trident. Why is he leaving marks where he was? Why do you need to tell people where you were? I don't get it. At sunrise, we move on and we'll take the search further north. And he's just like, girl, we've been doing this for so long, and this is like the first trace that we have found in like how many years? What, it just needs to tag. Oh my god. He's tagging. Oh my god, he's tagging his cribs. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, he's just he And then she bitches. She's like bitching. She's like, I've seen shit that you haven't. This is Gladriel, by the way. Gladriel is bitching this guy out just because he's like, okay, this is the first instance that we have seen of this guy. Okay, we don't even know how old it is, right? Like, can we go home? This seems like a fruitless endeavor. I just don't understand why we're still here. And she just goes, instead of like telling him like the importance and emphasizing it like a good commander would, she's like, you haven't seen the things I've seen. Oh my god, I wasn't even like in the war at all. I kind of just watched it and it made a giant pile of helmets, and I just like vaguely remember my homeland, and I was sad when we left it, and yeah. I didn't really do any of the fighting, but I lost my cousin. No one else lost anyone, clearly, because of the giant pile of helmets. But I'm special because I lost somebody I cared about. Like, what? Galadriel, I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. It's like, yeah. But, I mean, like, I don't know. That was a weird thing. Was her bitching this guy out for being, like, very reasonable, in my opinion.
Oh,
how old
yeah.
are these other elves? Like, how old are these other elves? Did they also not see that? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get that. That's another confusion. I told you, a lot of this was just me being confused. And then she says something that's really concerning. She says, and until we are certain, every trace of our enemy is vanquished. Hold on, she's speaking slow for me. She can never return. That is a really bad precedent to set just in general, right? Like, until every ounce of this thing is I can never go. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't. Very rarely does something call for total annihilation. You know? Like, I don't. And the fact that she is, like, so obsessed with vengeance. Because that's what she's doing at this point. This has literally nothing to do with anybody else. She's just dragging people along because she's upset her cousin died. All right? So she's just dragging people along, putting her people in danger, right? Ignoring her king's orders because she wants to make sure that everybody, everything, anything that's even remotely related to the man that had that, or the beast, whatever you want to call him, that killed her cousin. Which, by the way, I did quite. They didn't look that close. They looked like close for like a second, and then like, but they didn't build that up. So I didn't get that relationship. Like, to the point that she's like willing to risk being excommunicated by the elves and banished in order to like you know, quench her thirst for vengeance. Like, she's literally asking to be destroyed. That's what she's asking for. She's asking to be destroyed on her quest for vengeance because there's no way for you to know 1000% sure that you've killed every orc. There's just no way for you to know that.
Right.
So this is a whole ass planet. So they've been at company for 200 years. Yeah. Later, a villager would let us know the war has been over for more than 1,000 years. Yeah. Yeah, so you're right. I didn't even pick that up. Yeah, I didn't pick that up in the timeline. So it took her 800 years to get approval? Gotta just, yeah. And then there's a fight scene that happens. And I didn't really grasp how stupid this was until Loki pointed it out to me.
That she takes out a troll completely by herself?
That any of the elves had an issue with taking out the troll at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. that I didn't even think of it like that. Because I thought the fight scene was kind of lame to begin with. I don't know why you have a 10-20 party of elves and only one of them is going to be spotlit. No, you have them fight in a group. It's 20 versus 1. You fucking fight them as a group. You have battle tactics. Formation alpha. There you go. And you just fucking, you do it. But it's like, that was my original issue, was why are they just watching her fight this fucking thing? I didn't even think about the fact that elves have been trained to take down, what's it called? Balrogs? Balrogs.
Balrogs, yep.
Balrogs. Which is that giant fucking thing, yes, rugs, from you shall not pass moment. For those who don't know, that giant fucking thing, they were trained to take those out. So why is any of them struggling with the troll? That literally should have been like, oh look, there's a troll, backward slash, cuts the head off, move on. Like, just whatever, fucking. Like, if y'all remember Legolas fighting like those giant fucking ones, I mean, he was like dancing. It was so fluid. Like, it was so easy. He made it look effortless. Like, all right, moving on. That still counts as one. One of those, like, just, like, or was that an elephant? That might have been an elephant. I can't remember what they were, but those giant things.
Well, I mean, he did fight, a troll as well in Fellowship, but there was also like the whole army of goblins and orcs in there that they also had to fight off.
Yeah, he effortlessly did it. Yeah. Never fought a Balrog. Yeah, I wasn't saying that he fought a Balrog. I'm saying he has fought bigger shit than that and had no issue with it. That was my thing. I wasn't trying to, yeah. Sorry if it came off as that. But no, I wasn't talking about a Balrog. I was talking about they're trained to such a high degree. Yeah, and he was able to take it out no problem. Whereas Galadriel is over here in the second age, by the way, which I think it's the closer they got to the first age. Like, elves were peak at first age, right?
Yes.
I remember reading that correctly. And then, kind of die. Okay. So is she technically first age or is she second age? Elf.
Galadriel actually was born before the first age.
Okay, so she is like fucking elite as shit.
She's over 5,000. When we meet her in Lord of the Rings, she's over 5,000 years old.
Okay, so she should have. There's no excuse, bitch. Did you skip training sessions? Really? Like, what is this? A giant war effort. Thank you. That was the thing I was thinking of. Yes. It's just like someone who is. She should be so fucking powerful. And she is. In every other instance. But they have, like, weakened her. They've neutered her power. And I'm still mad they haven't made her a sorceress. Because I love magic, right? That's one of those things. I can never attain magic. I could become a swordswoman, right? That's not as cool to me. Mm-hmm. I couldn't become probably on the level that the elves could. Because, yeah, that takes a lot of dedication. And my lifespan isn't that long compared to them. So I couldn't reach that point. But magic is always, like, something I loved about the elves, their ability to use magic. And there's human sorcerers, obviously, and you have like the wizards and whatever. But I really like the elves' magic, and Galadriel was so cool, especially like in The Hobbit when she was fighting with Gandalf. They were doing magic things, and she wasn't using a sword. I like magic, and I wish she could use magic, because there's several instances in the show already where, well, magic could have been really useful for this. She like struggles with this fucking troll for some reason. And then they do, rings of power. And
I wouldn't say she struggles with I wouldn't with the troll. She takes care of it, frankly, a little too easily.
Really? I don't know. Maybe it's just because.
Whereas, like, if the whole.
Josh.
I mean, she didn't need any help. Like, where was like the whole all the elves getting together should have no issues with it.
Yeah.
But she did it completely on her own. It's like, what? Why do you do that?
Maybe I powered her up too much in my brain, because I really thought like any of those elves should have had absolutely no issue whatsoever taking care of it. Like, that should have been a non-issue. Like, the audience, kind of building up, so the audience is like, oh my god, it's a troll, and then like they're just like, poof, like it's no problem. I don't know. I kind of felt like the elves were super OP at the
But
beginning.
but look at the cave troll scene in Fellowship, where that troll caused a lot of damage, and it was a hassle. Now there was only one elf, but he didn't take the troll down single-handedly. The whole group had.
I guess that's true. I don't know. I don't know. It's like I have like these mixed feelings of it's like they've made her OP and weak, and I don't know how to like deal with that.
Yes.
There we go. Thank you. See, all of my issues and non-issues with this scene could have been resolved with, look, she's our fucking sorceress that's going to stand in the back, all right? I don't know why they made her the tank. That's just fucking stupid. Even a dwarf as your tank, obviously. And then we have what I like to call the moose people, okay? I thought they were a different species.
Yeah.
I had to ask Loki. I was like, okay, what species are the moose people? The moose people are stupid fucking human beings, okay? That for some, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by moose people, that for some odd reason decide to walk around with moose antlers as wings. Giant fucking moose antlers as wings. I thought this was a different species. It's just mankind being weird. Angel's not a sorceress in that sense. She doesn't cast spells. Well, no, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I understand, but just... Ram Bam? I understand. She doesn't fucking Harry Potter Alohomora and like fucking she doesn't have like a fucking grimoire, alright? She can just use magic. I know, but she uses magic and she doesn't at all. So that's my problem. Stop it. Yeah, so we have moose people. Fucking glorious moose people. There's no practicality for having these giant antlers.
None at all.
I don't understand the moose people.
These things would weigh a lot. Why are you wearing them?
Mooses are fucking gigantic. They're like 8 feet tall. Or like 10.
I mean,
they're huge.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is they were hunting and got a moose and are taking it back as trophies.
Well, see, you say that, but they literally have like, oh look, travelers, and they look on their little traveler like guidebook that these fucking people have, and it's like, oh look, it's the moose people, and because they literally have a diagram of like the thing with the moose, and I'm like, so why are there moose people?
And one gets a lot of sun.
Yeah. Strange moose people. I don't understand the strange moose people.
No, it's why.
One looks like he's about to fucking pass out from like a lack of like a vitamin C, or D actually, deficiency, because he's so fucking pale that he makes his white beard look tan. And then you have another guy who is the complete opposite. You're just like, what? How do you exist in the same place where there's limited travel? Then we have our Hobbit people, and I kind of liked the reveal of the Hobbit people, but I also didn't like that they're hiding like little bitches. You know, they kind of gave me, what is it, like fairies, where they like, they kind of like hide,
and again,
like wood
Hobbit
sprites.
Yeah, but again, hobbits were not in Middle Earth in the Second Age, so they shouldn't be here.
It's interesting you say that, because this is something else people don't understand. I understand our planet is called Earth, Their planet is not called Earth. I don't even know what their planet's called. But there's one continent called Middle Earth. And that is, like, people have to travel to that. There's other continents. I don't know. They actually do a somewhat good job with the map. I like the map thing, by the way, where they take me to different places, Indiana Jones style, so I know like where I am. Because I will tell you what, if they did not have that, I would have been even more lost. Where the fuck are we? Oh, I don't know where that place is. You know, like I liked that. That was a good idea. You know, we're introduced to the Harfoots or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. Here we go. Here's the most people saying. So they are apparently so well known that they literally have a fucking. This guy wrote it down. Why do the moose people wear moose antlers? I don't get it. I don't understand. Of Middlegard. Yes, it is. Yes, technically, yes. That's where it derives from. But it's one continent. It's not the whole planet. So, yeah. So we have moose people. We got Harfoots, and I do not understand why they have made these hobbits. Because that's technically what they are. They literally made them gypsies. Like that's what they are. I don't know if that's technically a slang. I don't know. Is that slang? Is that a slang term? It's the only word I know how to describe them. Just gypsies. They're the roaming.
Yeah.
What's the other? Yeah, what's the other? Is there another word? I don't know.
Nomads.
Nomads. But this is like very specifically also like there's lots of gypsy culture things happening, like old school gypsy culture. Like very specifically, they chose the gypsy culture to represent the Harfoots. It's I don't know. It's weird because it also seems like it's insulting that culture at the same time. Like I don't think gypsies fucking rolled around in the mud like these people seem to, because they're always dirty and they just like perpetually have like tree branches and leaves sticking out of their hair. Like they've never seen a brush in their entire life.
And hobbits were described as being very clean creatures.
Yes.
So I don't know what happened.
So do gypsies. Yeah, I was just like, I don't. It's like they're insulting the gypsies. Like there's a lot of like specific things about these Harfoots that are very gypsy-like. And they just have like tree branches in their hair, and I don't fucking get it. And they find blackberries. Big shout out to blackberries, And yeah. Oh, but there's trouble afoot because they see a wolf, and dear God, are they gluttonous? They are literally fucking like stuffing their face with these things. Hold on, I gotta show y'all the scene. I gotta show you.
Ram Bam, they're not even gypsies, they're hobos.
Well, it's like they've combined hobos and gypsies. Like, I'm not even kidding. Yeah, they like take the... Hold on. Like, look at this. Look at this fucking... Like, look at her face. Woman! And it's all dripping down her shirt. It's all over her fucking hands. Like, they're like these gluttonous hobo gypsies.
Because when you're, a part of a nomadic people that need to like work every single day to survive, you're gonna get chunky people. Sure.
Yeah,
that makes
travelers,
sense.
People who are always walking. Yeah, I don't think people understand that walking does like keep you in shape. You got to move your body. How you get out of shape, which is something I have found out, is if you have a more sedentary lifestyle. So if you move, you kind of stand up, you walk around, then that helps. That helps keep you from gaining weight. What in the Modor? That is a Hobbit ancestor, apparently.
This is one that definitely does not miss second breakfast.
No, she doesn't stop eating breakfast. No, there is no second because it doesn't stop. So just look and okay. So watch this scene. So look at her hands. Her hands are covered. So you got her. It's on her face too, right? And
she had that before.
Really? Did she? Oh,
yeah,
she just,
I think it's
she just
like
got
a little.
like.
I think she has like a little cut on her lip.
Okay. Oh, the fuck. Hold on. Watch this, guys. Watch this.
Are not Frodo, not Sam.
Yeah, or not Frodo, not Sam. Like Sam gave up his food to Frodo. Okay, fuck off.
Yes.
What is this? She's like literally fucking stuffing her face, her fat fucking face, and it's not my fault. The show decided to take the fat Hardfoot, okay, and make her stuff her face like a fucking animal. All right. She's the only one that's really doing that too, okay? The other ones are kind of eating, but like she is literally like she has not eaten in like a week. And I'm just like, why would you make the chunky one like garble down like a glutton?
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of those poor choices. So yeah, they run away because there's a wolf. But it's oh look at that, guys, look,
because that wolf could not possibly like get through the gate that they're running through. Couldn't just like jump over it.
Definitely couldn't smell them as they're leading back to the fucking Harfoot village. Trace them. That's definitely like an orc wolf, right? Look at those fucking weird bumps right here. That's an orc wolf, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, gotta love that. We got Elrond. Y'all ready for Elrond? Just. Okay. I don't say this lightly. All right. I don't. Elrond is suffering from. How do I put this?
Unfortunate face.
Yeah, another way to put it. I put it a different way earlier, but I don't know if I should repeat it. But he does not. His face just. Oh, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I just.
He looks like discount Neil Patrick Harris.
He's like if Matt Smith and Neil Patrick Harris had a baby, and it was like the unfortunate combination of all their worst traits. Like, you got the thin ass lips, you got the fucking giant 18 head, right? And then you got the giant fucking jaw that's softer than a baby's butt. Okay, just unfortunate. Shit. So, ugh. Am I weird for not liking the elf ears that much? I don't know.
They don't suit him well. Like some people, having the pointed ears, works. Others it doesn't. They don't work on him at all.
No testosterone. Yeah. Yeah. I just and I just don't see Elrond here. And yeah, I just don't see an Elrond.
No.
Oh, we're at the capital of the High Elves. You know, it's funny that they call this the capital of the High Elves, right? Because at no point am I like, I forgot these were High Elves. High Elves have like this reputation in mythos for acting a certain way, and I just don't get that from them. Like, it's just a bad camera angle. How dare you? So that's pretty. We did it. That looks pretty. These crowns look fucking stupid. I love the elf crowns.
Yeah.
I love the elf crowns in Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I love the simplicity. I like the band because my head looks stupid. Like, it looks stupid with the tiara, and I love the idea of like the band across, right? I love that. This looks dumb. You just like went down to Michael's craft store and bought some Greek fucking olive branch shit. Okay, like I hate it. I hate the stupid. Look at it. Look how stupid. Look at those cheap ass pearls. You've seen this. Your grandma has one of these necklaces, this necklace chains, okay? And you and I both know it. All right? These are the pearls that you find in like the 99-cent store, okay?
Those are the fake pearls that you find. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 99-cent store. I was hoping everyone would. Yeah. Elrond, yay. His clothes are questionable, man. He looks like a bard. He doesn't give me high elf Elrond vibes. He gives me bard vibes.
Oh, like, and another little thing I want to quickly mention, because when the elven women came in to like inform Elrond, like, Gil-galad is calling a council, but it's for elf lords only. But your friend's here. Well, that implies that one of the elven lords, despite the fact that he was Gil-galad's second. Like, Gil-galad, the king of the elves, was the only one outranking Elrond.
Yeah, I thought he was like hand of the king, or like prince, kind of like second in command, so that when he died, he took over. I thought when he died fighting Sauron, he took over, right? Am I misremembering that?
That's essentially what happened, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little pissed if I'm the fucking king, and I'm like, okay, where's everyone else? 3 through fucking 20 are here. Where is my number 2? What? Oh, he's out meeting the fucking bitch who's pissed me off. Okay, wonderful. Elrond, get your ass up here. This is important. I've called a meeting. This is actually probably important if I've called a meeting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No, she looks better here. No, I 1000% agree. Doesn't she look better here? She does. I mean, she still looks a little silly, but like...
And no offense to the actress, but she's also very, very flat. And I mean that in more ways than one.
Senses. Yeah, in a lot of senses. She's very
flat. And I mean that in more ways than one, yeah.
I'm not even talking about physically. I'm straight up talking about just her as like a person / character. It's just
there's that, which I'm willing to give that more out to the writing, because the dialogue in this has been atrocious. It's so terrible.
Yeah,
like,
but
it sounds like it sounds like a middle schooler trying to sound grandiose.
Yeah, but I mean, Galadriel was able to say so little. It's so much. Literally, like, with her fucking presence. All she had to do, like, remember in just like The Hobbit, right? The grand reveal, like, she's there and she turns around, and it's like it's just like she's heavenly.
Mm-hmm.
And in this, she's just like rolling up like one of the boys. I don't know. It's weird. She's planning to play drama in high school. Yeah. It's Galadriel, the character, is supposed to be this graceful, otherworldly beauty. I would have, as a human queen, but not enough. Agreed. I actually would have totally done that too.
Yeah. I could see her playing a princess. I could see her playing a queen.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I think so.
not an elf, not
Well,
a
no one.
Lord, not a Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings elf. It just doesn't. She just doesn't have that divine beauty that Kate
yeah,
Blanchett has.
yeah. To be fair, you were fighting a fucking battle you were gonna lose. I don't know anyone who could be on par with Kate Blanchett.
The simple
I
fact,
can't think of anything.
it's
Yeah.
it's also been revealed that she declined meeting with Kate Blanchett to get an idea of the character.
Okay. There is not a single reason I could ever give for declining a meeting with Kate Blanchett. Okay. There's no reason. All right. Except for like me having to go to a funeral. There's my reason. Other than that, I'm fucking going and meeting that woman. Okay. Especially if I'm gonna play a character that she's already played. Like I am eating dinner with that chick, and we're gonna chill, and we're gonna talk.
Yeah,
You
and
know, like
I mean, and it's one thing to want to make the role your own, not just do like an impression of what she did, but at the same time, you can still talk to them and get an idea
no.
of a better. This is a person who played the character.
Zachary Quinto did that with Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought he wasn't that great as Spock, but he at least like put his pride away for 5 seconds and was like, "Yeah, I need to know some things."
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you made this character.
Chris Pine actually watched, I don't know if he watched all of Star Trek, but he watched some Star Trek to get an idea of who Captain Kirk was. He decided not to do some of Shatner's mannerisms, but he tried to capture the essence of the character.
And also, he's supposed to be younger. So, just.
I also just, I didn't like Kirk.
I thought he was.
But whatever.
Thought he was kind of a poor choice for casting, but he did his best. You know, more than I can say about some people. So,
Yeah.
God, she's supposed to be a fucking beautiful, dangerous. She is fucking terrified. I remember my first reaction when I was watching Fellowship. I was just like, "Oh shit!" Like, calm down, woman. Like, you didn't like. You were just like, "Oh, she's just."
Speech she gives when Frodo tries to give her the ring she's terrifying in that scene.
Yeah, that's like her for real. Like that's like the power she holds, and it's just like she looks like Princess Peach in this. Princess Peach decided to go off on an adventure with Mario and Luigi and fucking plate mail. Okay,
Princess Peach goes to war.
Yeah, that's the vibes I get from this chick. I don't get like she is this absolutely like beautiful, horrific, dangerous, like all powerful like being that you want as an ally and you do not want to piss off. You would rather her never to meet you and know nothing of you than to piss that woman off. Like that is it is she is fucking kick-ass. She is I absolutely love Galadriel as a character. And I just don't fucking understand why they've done this. You know, I know last time I gave the Baldur's Gate thing because I've still been playing that, and I'm an elven sorceress in that, and I very rarely use my sword and my shield. I'm like always doing magic because that is what my character has an inclination towards, right? But I'm still wearing like metal and stuff. I've now called her Gladriel. I know her name's different, but that's what I've named her as a character. But it's just like I don't know if I have the inclination towards magic. Why would I pick up like any other fucking like a human being would, right? And put on metal armor that doesn't look flattering at all. Like you know, it doesn't look good. It looks plasticky, rubbery, right? This metal armor that is very beneath my station with this sword that looks ridiculous. And you know, I don't even think she has a shield, but I don't look at her as like somebody that would wield that. I could see like a knife, right? or like maybe like a bow, like something that would enhance, that you could enhance with magic, right? Like a bow is perfect. Bow and arrow is perfect for a long range sorceress, because you can imbue the arrow with some kind of magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that makes sense to me. And I'm not. I guess I don't quite know. Rambam is pointing this out. I haven't even looked at, and I know he's pointing it out. That I don't. Apparently, I don't understand magic in the Tolkien realm. But just from my understanding about elves and their relationship with magic, just as like a general concept, you don't want them fighting your combat like the ones that are imbued with the affinity for magic. You don't want them fighting on the front lines, right? You don't want them to be your fucking like giant tank. And it's just, it doesn't make sense, and it's not flattering for her either. So, yeah, I don't know. You just use staff and wear chainmail at the yeah. How much was the costume budget? $5. $5.
Yeah.
That's what their costume budget was. Okay. I have tried to do like otherworldly stuff for like photography purposes, and fuck sake, it's not. It can be done, but you have to like know what you're doing. And this is just taking a photo. Actually, like doing video of it is a whole different other fucking thing, right? But taking a photo is much easier when you're trying to hide shit. You're trying to hide the cheapness of what you're doing, right?
Yes.
It is not easy at all. It's like those pearls. I don't know, why couldn't you just... There are some cheap looking gems that you could get, right? At like fucking Michael's that look really good, right? They sparkle in the light and whatever. And I just don't understand why we went with all this cheap shit. I love the costuming in Lord of the Rings, right? I want so badly to own like an elven crown of my own. Like I love the elegance. I just love how beautiful everything is. And
well, here you go. Here's one right here.
No, that's some yeah, no. If you're gonna put a woman in our, get someone, or yeah, Brienne of Tarth. Brienne of Tarth looked fucking badass as shit, and that
she did.
All right, woman's like fucking 6'5".
Too bad they ruined her character, but
oh, they ruined everyone's character.
No, yeah, listen to this story.
Yeah. Yep. So, I
did find it funny that it was like everyone that Brianna Tarth like declared fealty to, they ended up dying.
Yeah, kind of cringe.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I don't know. Everything was cheap. Like you'll remember your first reaction to seeing Rivendell.
Yeah.
It's just like, holy fuck! Like, wow.
And look gorgeous.
It is like breathtaking. This doesn't look as breathtaking. And for I don't know if no one cares. I don't know why I'm acting like anyone cares about spoilers. You see, like the Dwarven Kingdom, or one of the Dwarven.
Khazad-dûm.
Khazad-dûm. There we go. Yeah,
where Gandalf fought the Balrog later.
Yes. Oh wow, that's the same fucking place. Hard rip.
Well, remember. I mean, this is before the dwarves dug too deeply.
You're right.
So this is before that happened.
It looks so beautiful. The Dwarven Kingdom. The dwarves are like my favorite part about this.
The makeup on the dwarves was actually pretty decent, and even though the actresses said a lot of cringy things, I didn't mind Disa all that much.
I was very disappointed she wasn't super cringe. I wanted her to be so cringe, but she wasn't, and I'm just like, all right, fine. I kind of like you. You've kind of redeemed yourself in this one episode. You've kind of redeemed yourself. Like, I like the dwarves. The dwarves are fine. I don't have an issue with the dwarves at the moment.
That was also the only the music that they had for the Khazad-dûm, that have. I thought that was like the only decent piece of music. Like,
oh yeah,
they could work make that a little better, a little more grandiose. It would be pretty epic sounding. The rest of the music I thought was just bland and generic.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the music until the dwarven portion. I didn't even notice it. It didn't even dawn on me that there was music because it was so lackluster.
How could you not notice the music when the elves started singing at the gates of heaven? That wasn't odd looking.
I forgot about that. I'm going over here scene by scene and I already fucking forgot about that. So then we had the Galadriel and fucking Elrond scene. And I have a pet peeve here. I'm going to show y'all one of my pet peeves.
Okay.
This is a nitpick. And I understand this is a nitpick, but I'm going to still fucking say it anyway. I hate that they decided that they were going to put fucking leaves on her dress. I understand, logically speaking, that they're going to fucking fall and she's dragging shit, so it's going to get dirty. I understand that from my human brain, okay? I do not like that you have put that level of realism in here because I kind of wanted it to look like she was untouched. I don't know.
Yeah.
Galadriel had that white shit that was dragging on the ground, and at no point did that look torn or dirty, you know? Like, I know it's going to be a pain in the ass, but, like, I don't know. I like the idea of it, her walking around, and it's like the forest will not disturb her clothing, you know?
Because the elves are so close to nature, yeah.
How long were they standing there? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You get it. How long were they standing there? Okay. Well.
Whoa.
Gee, sorry. I forgot that I had this sharing it. Yeah, hold on. It's like I'm going back and it's sorry. Stop moving. Okay, you're gonna be a pain. Well, it was on her clothes. I thought it was on her clothes here too. Oh, I thought. Hold on. See how it's like she's dragging, but I don't know. I thought it was like on her. I thought it was on her cloak too, at like a different point. Hold on. Maybe I was wrong. But yeah, no, you're right.
She's like Keira Knightley, isn't she?
Oh my god, you're right. So
up there.
You see what I mean about his face? It's just like
Yeah. Neil Patrick Harris and Matt Smith had a kid and he got all their worst traits.
Yeah. Not halfway full with leaves. Well, I would have liked it if like they didn't do it. I'm not trashing around now. Yeah. Well, in this scene, let me explain to y'all real quick what's happening in this scene. She's trying to get a one-on-one with the king. So of course she goes to her friend Elrond, who's the number 2, so he should be able to like put in a good word. But
even though he's not apparently an elven lord, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever, I guess. And she's trying to get to talk to him, but the king is just like, nah, I don't want to talk to you. And
because she disobeyed orders?
Yeah, he's a little pissed off at her. All right. And I understand why. Yeah, because she disobeyed orders. She was gone for way longer. I know they said months earlier, but they kind of hint at that it was years. She was supposed to be recalled, and she directly disobeyed. To be completely honest, they don't even know if she's alive. Because guess what? They don't have cell phones. So, yeah, I know, right? It's just... Oh, it looks like he's a... Loki! Bad Loki! Bad Loki. get the spray bottle after you. Bad Loki. I don't. She's bitching at Elrond, who she's, by the way, trying to ask a favor from, right? And she's just bitching at him, like, I need to fucking see him. I need to see
that's the best
king.
way to get, and that's the best way to be annoying and prissy at them.
Yeah,
that'll make them want to help you.
She's literally like having a fucking temper tantrum over this. Like, she's just mad about, I'm not getting my way. Wah! It's like, okay, yeah, but quite frankly, the king could have you executed if he so wishes. Just letting you know, that's how monarchies work.
Oh my god, Chris.
Only the throat? God damn it, you two! You fucking mischief makers, both of you. You've been a bad influence on Chris Persia, Loki. God damn it.
Our pure Chris Persia.
Yeah, you've corrupted our pure Chris Persia. Oh no. How dare you? It's not like Chris has always been.
I mean, with Arwen not being here, Chris is the innocent one now.
That's kind of depressing. Honestly. Yeah, like she's like, you will have it. Yeah, let me just pretend to act for 5 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. Like, that's pretty shit as far as, yeah. That was pretty shit.
Again,
so,
the dialogue is so bad, I don't know what the quality of the actors are. It's like, who could make any of this dialogue work? Yeah. It's awful.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're back at the Harfoots. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't give a fuck about the Harfoots. I'm not, they're just kind of roaming hobo gypsies. And who apparently don't bathe or are not clean at all. They always look like they're like covered in like grime, you know? They don't have washed hair because they have shit sticking out of it. And it's always the same shit, so it's not like they styled it that way. Their clothes are rich. Like, look at this. They're rags. These clothes are rags. So,
although they were apparently able to
bad Chris.
But, so even though these clothes are rags, they were able to, dye them multiple colors. So that there's that. I don't know where they got the dye from.
The departmental store. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I didn't even think of that. Holy shit! You.
It gets worse when we get the girl with the deep blue dress, and she's supposed to be like the town pet, and she's like a peasant, the healer. In this.
Yeah, blue.
This not just a deep blue dress. It's like what? How did you get that color?
Yeah, okay. I had to read this stupid fucking book and I never thought I'd actually use it in my real life.
You had to read a book?
I had to read Gathering Blue. It's a stupid fucking book about this post-apocalyptic world or it seems like it, I don't know. And she's like this kick-ass fucking she's so shit. And I don't really remember a whole lot, but Gathering Blue comes from, like, she was able to find this flower and enough of it where she could make large quantity of things blue, which is very, very hard to find in nature.
Yes.
It's to the point that she was, like, hired by some head bitch in the society that they were in, because she just, like, she was able to find this and obtain it.
Well, and historically, blue and purple dyes were so hard to come by. That's why, like, really only the royalty had it, because it was just so expensive to get.
That's why purple is associated with royalty, like in our culture, because it was hard to get. An ultramarine, which is, I think, what the color you're talking about, it's that deep blue that's so deep and vibrant that it looks like it glows, right? Like, that is insane. That for a peasant to wear that, it's like, no peasants wearing that. Peasants are wearing, like, browns lots of tans and browns, right?
Maybe
Maybe some
tones,
other
basically.
neutral colors, like greens and whatnot. Pink, maybe, but like the forests that I see them in, and I understand they're nomads, but like there's not a whole lot of pink. You'd have to go find like a field of flowers, right? But that would be a rarity. Reserve for rotate. Maybe this is, I don't know, man.
She's a slay queen.
Slay queen. I mean, so Gilead, Gilgalad, whatever the fuck this dude's name is, with his stupid
who looks like he should be in a Maybelline commercial.
This dumb fuck. Hold on. Gotta fucking show y'all this dude's fucking dreads. Hold on. Let me show you his outfit. These stupid crowns. Look at this. This is this guy's outfit. Look at this shit.
Are you at the coordination scene here?
Yes. Look at this. Look at this fucking thing. What is this? What is this? It doesn't even fit his head properly. Look at that.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this? What is this?
And the way this is wearing a mullet.
Oh my god. It's an elf mullet.
I mean, we see later that's not the case, but it's the way it's shot here, it looks like a mullet.
It definitely looks like he had just his normal hair and he put like gel in it and he kind of slicked it back and then got like extensions. like there is a gap here where like sideburns should be existing and they don't. You know, like I guess elves don't have sideburns. We learned there, but there's a gap here between the hair to here and then the ear, and that's annoying. These ears look ridiculous on him, by the way. Just I cannot believe. Like I look at Thandril, I think of Thandril, and I think that is a fucking elf king if I've ever seen one. Right? Look at this beautiful bitch. Okay, this fabulous asshole. Like he looks like an elf king. And then I look at him and I'm like, I don't see elf king when I look at you.
I could see elf costume with better makeup and a much better wig.
Yeah, maybe like contact, like they really accentuate because elves have like stupid high cheekbones, right? High cheekbones like are one of those things that people don't really notice until they notice. But a lot of like that's one of those telltale signs of like super unnatural beauty is like the high cheekbone. Both Lee Pace and Galadriel or Kate Blanchett have them. So that hairpiece is atrocious. It is. It's really bad. They spent $1 billion on this.
It's awful. Also, now right here, I also want to point something.
Yes.
So look how plain their armor is. This is something I mentioned to Lauren in our viewing yesterday morning. It looks like their armor is like a video game character's armor where all the assets haven't loaded on it yet.
Yeah, this is
it's like it's so plain.
The texture pack isn't working. You know, and this is like the first layer, right? This is what your car looked like before they put the paint on. You know, like, oh, they put the primer on it, and it's just like this solid white, flat, solid white look, right? That's what this looks like. It is these fucking elves are about to, just for anyone who doesn't know, they're about to be sent back to their undying land, right? To their Garden of Eden as like a reward for their quest, which didn't fucking chalk up to anything. Like they literally accomplished nothing, and they're apparently being rewarded for it. And she disobeyed the king. It's just silly.
Stunning and brave.
Yes. And I look at these fucking these outfits, and I'm just like, everything looks so cheap. Like even the grass. Is that grass?
Looks like AstroTurf.
That looks like AstroTurf.
AstroTurf.
That looks like fucking AstroTurf. Shit, AstroTurf. Okay, too. Oh my god, you're right. He does look. He would make a kick-ass Dionysus. You're so right. You're so fucking right.
He would make a good
Now.
Dionysus.
Give him gold armor, make him a little chubby, and fucking whine out the fuck. And have him sit, lounging around, surrounded by women, and there's always a party happening. We got Dionysus, guys. So.
We did it.
We did it. It's just, I don't know. You can't convince me this was not a money laundering thing. That's so funny. Yeah, it's just, it looks bad. These are the elves. These are the fucking, like, high elves. And I just...
Can't you tell?
Look, they didn't even fucking... Look at that shit. That shit looks like it's cutting her chin. You know?
Oh, it looks extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's nothing comfortable about this. And let me tell you something. Something else I really liked about you know, these medieval shows, which this kind of technically is, fantasy medieval show. I love the really absurd but elegantly done hairstyles that are so complicated. And I don't know, why is Galadriel not doing that? She doesn't have anything to keep her head back. That chain armor thing that she was wearing is not...
To keep her head back?
Her hair back. Her hair. She has long hair. So braids and shit to kind of keep it back.
It sounded like you said head back, and I was beginning to understand how she got the role.
That's so mean. But yeah, I just that doesn't look like the high elves to me.
No, it does not.
So I just look how cheap this crown looks here. Look at this cheap ass crown. Look at that. What the fuck is this?
It's like you can always see where like the fake leaf papers are like getting bent.
Yeah, I can see the price tag, you know? Like what is this? Like armor and shit like this used to be like the more you saw of it, you could see the little details. A good example of this is in Avengers. Anyone who's seen Loki's armor, right? He has like that wolf. He has that wolf on I can't remember if it's like on his side. But he has a wolf on his armor, and that's supposed to represent Fenrir, right?
Yes.
And then I can never pronounce the Midgardian snake, the giant one that's also supposed to be his kid. That ass. Norse mythology is a little weird. Steve. Yeah, no. But it's across the little thing that he has across his chest. That's kind of represented in that too. And it's these little details that you really wouldn't notice at all if you didn't pause at certain points. And I don't feel that here. I don't feel like the detail. I don't feel the love, the craftsmanship, right? It feels very cheap.
No, I will say the people who are clearly not getting the money, because as several people have stated, this whole thing feels like it's a money laundering scheme, or or a tax write-off. So there's just a lot of pocketing of money. I will say, I think the people who are actually trying to, having to actually make the costumes, make the props, do the CGI work, I think they're actually trying their best. They just don't have the money.
Yeah. No, 1000%. I think that they built the assets. They just can't fucking fully flesh them out because they didn't get the money to flesh them out. I don't know where the money went. That's my question, is where's the money going?
That's the thing. Yeah. $1 billion.
That's a lot.
This does not look like a $1 billion project.
I hate to say it, but I am going to say it. Star Trek Discovery looked better. Spent like millions of dollars on an episode, but it looks better.
I can't deny that.
I can kind of see visually where the money went. It definitely didn't go into like anything of importance except for the visuals. But like, there's a few good visuals in this, but that's not $1 billion, you know? 125 million. Yeah. Yeah, it looks.
An
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. But look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this armor.
It's so bland. It's like this is
How?
and this armor, right? Because they're at this ceremony.
This is their military dress.
Yeah, where's the carvings? Where's the? This is so pathetic.
Yeah,
there's no detail at all.
Peasants and just random battles in Lord of the Rings, like.
Mm-hmm.
This looks thin and cheap, and it doesn't. It look like I'm actually questioning. How did you get this on? Like, how did you get this? You know.
And these shoulder guards look like they would not protect you at all if you got hit in the arm.
Nah, no.
I mean, now I'm willing to accept that this is, mostly decorative armor. This is for, fancy things. Accept that.
Yeah.
But then where's the grandeur with these?
Yeah.
This looks so plain.
Yeah, this looks really bad. Like really, really, really bad. So Gilgamesh, whatever his name is, Gildad,
Gilgalad,
whatever the fuck.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I don't know, man. Head elf bitch.
Gil Maybelline.
He decided Gil Maybelline. Why is a seam on the side of the neck? Don't ask questions. He does this mafioso thing. I think I'm just gonna call him the Dawn of the Elves, okay? Because he does this mafioso thing where he gives them an offer they can't refuse, and it's bizarre because you're basically offering them to go back to their homeland, like the Garden of Eden, like kind of paradise, right?
Essentially heaven.
Eternal bliss. Yes. And he does it in like this like low-key, petty, like threatening manner to Galadriel. He's just like, you know what?
Yeah.
My reward is you are going to fuck off and stop being a pain in my ass. To heaven! Oh yeah! Magical heaven, yes, the elven heaven, yes, we did it, guys. And I just I don't really know who this guy's really, like, his character's supposed to be. But that is an odd thing to do. That's some Game of Thrones bullshit. That's not something I got from Tolkien. It's like him permanently kicking and forcing. Because he did. He's forcing them to go to heaven. They don't have a choice. It's not like the age of elves are over or anything, okay? This is not Lord of the Rings, where it makes sense for them to bounce. And then they'll all be like, no, you need to go. This is like the last time. We all need to fucking go. And it's... He's forcing them to go to heaven as a...
Yes.
All of them. As punishment to her. It's insane because she is being punished. That is her punishment, is eternal bliss. And it is
her punishment
so
is to go to heaven.
It's so petty the way that he's doing it. It's so underhanded. It's a mafioso trick. And it feels weird that the king of the high elves is pulling some fucking mob shit. So we'll get to that article at the end. Because I want to explain this, and then I think I want people to see it. I saw you just take it off.
Oh, I didn't know if we would get to it.
Oh, we will.
We're already over 2 hours.
Shh. There's not a whole lot. There's a lot, but not a whole lot. A lot of this shit. Oh no, can't be played. That's a big sad moment. Okay, hold on. It didn't like me skipping through it. So I'm gonna go smidgen faster. It's not my fault they decided to drop 2 episodes. Okay, we'd be doing fine if it was just 1 episode. Okay, here we go. I actually landed on the perfect scene. So we cut to so he gives the offer. She can't refuse, and we cut to this fucking village. Okay, where Cole Ocean is at. Okay,
That's the Don Lemon Elf, right?
Yes, Don Lemon Elf. All right, but Cool Ocean because
Okay.
I just
Cool
think
Ocean.
I think that embodies him as a character. He just kind of is. If he said his name was Cool Ocean, would you be shocked?
No.
Thank you. They're stationed at this village, and this village, more questions start being a lot of questions begin with this village. And it's like I was kind of floating through this, and I had some problems, but I really didn't start truly having a lot of issues until this part. There were issues, but they had piled up. There are so many issues with this part that it makes the others kind of makes you forget about the other issues. Like the fact that Sauron is Morgoth's apprentice doesn't seem as big of an issue as this starts to unravel, because they don't explain shit. Like they just kind of throw you in here and you're just like, okay. So let me lay it down for y'all. This village that Cool Ocean and his fellow elves are stationed at, because they're stationed at this area, is a village filled with humans that are extreme poverty humans, okay? Like any fucking village that you would find in the medieval times. Just a little, like, you know, it's one of those drive-through towns, you know? And apparently the humans in this village were allies of Morgoth. And that's where the questions start.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would Morgoth have humans fight for him when you have orcs and you have Balrogs and fucking dragons and all this other cool shit? Why are you going to bother with humanity? That is so silly. I don't even know how that got through all the process in order to be put on the screen before me. I don't understand. I could understand having 1 or 2 like big sorcerers, right? That could manipulate people into not fighting back. But there's a difference between like being manipulated and tricked into not fighting back and allied with Morgoth. Like, the people of Poland were manipulated and kind of forced to help the Nazis. Poland is not on the same level as Italy, who were allies with Germany, okay? They are not the same. Those are not the same things. And so I do not understand how these fucking poor-ass humans, because these are some of the most poverty-stricken humans I have seen in this show. And, but they don't even, it doesn't even...
Except the healer is able to afford bright blue dye for her dress.
Except the fucking chick. There is one chick who is Cool Ocean's love interest, which makes literally no sense. But a human and elf cannot be together. It just can't. You are fucked. That relationship is fucked from the very get-go. All right, you can have her as your side piece. You cannot have her as somebody you fall in love with. You can't afford to do that because all you're setting yourself up for is to be emotionally fucked when she dies because you live for thousands of years. It's one of those tropes that you could you see it enough times, it pisses you off. Someone's got to make the hard decision.
And also, it also diminishes, Arwen having to choose between a mortal life and, being with her people. Because, she decided to be with Aragon. Yeah. And there then, after he died, she died.
Yeah, there were consequences for her to choose to be with a human. That made sense. I have no issue with that. No fucking issue with that. All right? I have issues with this fucking rando and Cool Ocean apparently going to have a I think single mother.
Oh my god,
rando.
Jay.
What? Not given stimulus. Oh no, they were forgotten. Like I don't know why humans are fighting with Morgoth. I don't know why Morgoth gave no fucking way. Why would you not ally yourself with like
and Rambam has a solution right there. Just have them be slaves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Enslaved.
Yeah, like have them like forced or manipulated to fight with him. No, that would have made sense. No, they were allies. That is such a different. That's like equal footing. That's what you're kind of calling it. He didn't even view the orcs as allies. Okay, the orcs were his puppets who fight for him. He was their master. They were willing, like evil, like they're whatever. I don't know why this village. This is such a nothing village. Like, I mean, it is literally drive-through village town. Okay, it has one place to eat. The bar. Okay, which doubles as a butcher shop. And that's pretty much it. Not even a gas station. Just like it is a nothing. Why on earth what makes them so happy? What I could understand, like if there were dark elves, like the Drow in the Tolkien lore, which I don't think there were. I think the closest we get to a dark elf is like when an elf goes. I don't know, like when an elf goes bad, but I don't even know if that's something that happens. I wanted to say Sauron, but I don't remember if Sauron is an elf or not. So I don't remember.
Well, no. Remember, orcs were elves once, but they were twisted and mutilated.
Hard rip. But yeah, no.
Do you know how the orcs came into being? Saruman explains their history.
You're right. I totally forgot about that. No, you're right. I haven't watched it enough, apparently. This is what I'm talking about. I am the ideal audience. Like, I've seen the movie, so I like kind of vibe with this property, but I don't know enough about the lore to be able to call them out on everything. So I'm the perfect target. And so we already have tons of issues. Another issue starts popping up because the elf walks into this human shithole, a bar / butcher shop. If you are combining those two, you live in a shithole. I don't know what to tell you. And that should also give you the picture of like how unhygienic everything in this town is. The Cool Ocean rolls in, and I guess he goes into this bar for information from like the butcher / bartender, I think. And like all the townsmen are just chilling there because apparently nobody has jobs except for the butcher, bartender, and hello. Elrond's half elf. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, Hugo Weaving has been forgiven. I forgot he's half elf. Well, he doesn't. He has almost beauty. He's almost there. He got too much human in the face. He has human face. Elrond's afraid from human face. That's funny. So yeah, I saw the yeah. That's funny. Someone tell Arwen has forks. That's funny.
She does have forks now.
Yeah,
That's
she does have forks. The meme has died. She got forks. So let's see.
So sad. How dare she be able to eat dinner like a human?
Yeah, exactly. So Cool Ocean rolls in.
She's supposed to continue to suffer for our amusement, damn it.
Yes, god damn it, exactly. Cool Ocean goes up to the butcher guy and is asking for information because he walks in just as they're delivering important information. The whole scene was weird. That whole scene was bizarre. They say poison. Oh, someone's poisoning fields. Okay, whatever. And
they don't really seem that concerned about that, though.
Oh, so there's just a giant plague happening in our fields. Oh well, doesn't matter. Even though it totally would, because now your food supply is down. And then, yeah, he's like, what about this poison? And he's just like, what poison? He's like, hi, I have these ears. I can hear everything. The poison you were just talking about. And he basically is like, it's not a big deal. Like, some dude has poison in his thing. It's just like, okay, well, I don't know why. Like, the only thing you could do here is sit at the bar or farm. I feel like that. I feel like that when half of the things that you can do is at jeopardy, you should be concerned.
Yeah.
They don't fucking care. They just don't care. And then you have this scene. You have racist white human, because of course. Call an elf knife ears, which I have literally never heard ever. I
have.
That's such a weird thing because like a knife ears sounds cool. That doesn't sound like an insult.
I've heard it. I've heard it used as an insult in the Dragon Age video game series, for example. Elves in that are referred to as knife ears by, well, frankly, racist humans.
Oh. Well, why are they just ripping off Dragon Age?
I mean, this was the first time I've ever heard knife ears outside of Dragon Age.
Okay, yeah, I've never.
That was like wait, what? Did they just say knife ears?
I paused it because I was so confused. Right, I was just like, what? So then he starts going on, this dude starts going on this, quite frankly, racist rant. And I say racist not because the elf is black, but because he's an elf.
Right. But I really got the impression that this scene was talking about reparations.
This definitely.
Why do you people always bring up the past?
Yeah, no, this was definitely
God.
So he was talking about his race, the fact that he's an elf, but he was definitely talking about the fact that he is a dark-skinned person. Like that's what he was obviously talking about, but that's not what they were trying to, you know what I mean? Like that's that, and that felt very on the nose to me, and I was just kind of like, they thought
they were being clever when it's like you're not being subtle at all, dudes.
It's
your writing sucks.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, so again, we have the scene, and there's problems. Like, okay, knife ears, what the fuck? Oh, why are we going on a racist rant? Oh shit, oh god, it's fucking, we're in Mississippi all of a sudden, you know, and it's a deep south, and it's 1955. You know, we're just, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but like we suddenly went into like racist territory. I did not get the impression that's what this was until like this moment, and then it's never like mentioned again. So this was like just shoved in there and then never like seems to be talked about. Like this one dude was racist, and then it's just like, okay, this is awkward. All right, but that starts from this point forward. You start noticing stuff in the show that you can't really ignore. Like, everyone hates the elves, and I don't know why. I don't know if I just missed something, but literally everyone hates the elves. Yeah, see, that's why I'm. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes more sense. These don't. It's just like they're like. Anyway.
Also, in the Dragon Age series, elves are smaller and weaker than humans, so it's the opposite.
Interesting. That's. I don't know if I like that or not. I like my elves super powerful. I like that too. The fact that you have to choose between your immortality or your. Yeah, I like that. Yes, that makes sense. I like it. I'm vibing with it. But yeah, he's just like. I don't know. I just don't understand why everyone hates elves. Because all of a sudden, after this scene, it becomes very clear that every human hates elves. And it was explained. Whenever somebody hates an elf, there is an explanation for it. In the Hobbit movies, it made sense for the dwarves and the elves to be at arms with one another. Like, obviously, the elves represent the English and the dwarves represent the Irish/Scottish. All right, so that's representation. They're always kind of button heads, right? The Scottish/Irish think that the English are up their own ass, like, and the English think that the Irish/Scottish are fucking peasants in comparison. So it's like that relationship makes sense. It makes sense for why they have issues with one another. I don't know why humans and elves don't like each other, especially now. I really don't understand it now. Like, what happened? I didn't get anything in the flashback. Everything in the flashback had to do with Galadriel's bitch ass. Okay, so I really don't understand why they hate them. And the only explanation, which is not an explanation,
it's not explained.
When I say explanation, I am saying, like, the only thing I could piece together was
like 14 quotation marks around it.
Yes,
the explanation.
There's like two different pieces from two different puzzles that just happen to kind of sort of click. Like, technically this kind of clicks, but on no planet is this a usable, like, this isn't doesn't matter, right? That it kind of clicks. And even then, like, if you hold it up, the fucking pieces fall out from one another. You know what I mean? Like, it, under very, like, special circumstances, fit together. Is because this town allied for some fucking reason with Morgoth. They hate anybody that fought Morgoth. But that suggests that they have a deep, like, not spiritual bond, but they have like a deep loyalty to Morgoth. And I don't know why they're sitting at a bar and not, like, plotting to have him, like, rise up again. You know what I mean? I never thought I'd say this, but at least the First Order did that. Okay, the Empire fell, and then the remnants of the Empire came together, and the First Order happened. That almost makes sense if you ignore everything else around the details of that, right? It almost
and
makes
all the
sense.
Star Wars Star Wars history that called them the Remnant.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you ignore everything else, that almost makes sense. So it makes no sense for this town to be what they are, doing what they are doing, in the way that they're doing it, and still have this
hundreds of years later.
Deep-rooted loyalty to to something their ancestors pledged themselves to. That has, by the way, probably resulted them into this level of poverty. Just as, like, probably happened, right? I'm assuming this village was better looking before that war, because
I would hope so.
I have no idea why Morgoth would give a fuck about this village. This is one of those villages that he stomped on and like scrapes the bottom of his foot on like it's dog shit. Okay, that's what this village is. I have no idea why he's allying himself with it. So, talking about a class issue and an ethic one. If you're talking about the elves versus the English, yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's kind of like, to me, what it seemed like. Like it seemed like very like peasant, like aristocratic. That's what it seemed like the inspiration was for the dwarves and the elvish. By the way, Ram Bam. Now there's obviously actual reasons why the elves and the dwarves don't get along on just like a basis. I'm not going to get into that, but I was just talking about that. None of the people that are cast as elves look elvish. Okay, they at least somewhat gave a shit about the dwarves. Okay, the dwarves look dwarvish. It's like Dysa or whatever her name is. She's questionable. Yeah, but the dwarves look dwarvish. Like, they give a fuck about the dwarves. I don't know who was in charge of the dwarf department, but they actually like cared, like really cared. Whoever was in charge of the elf department did not. So, let's see. So they have their racist rant. I know. And then, oh my god, I kind of like you. I'm not even going to get into the fact that his head has a fade. How does this man have a fade on his head? I do not know. My dude was like vibing real hard. Hold on. Then there's a cow. A dude with a cow comes on, and his cow's not feeling good, and he milks the cow, and here you go. And here we go in all of its glory. The cow's like oozing this blood. Like, I don't even know how this cow's still alive.
Yeah, it's like, how didn't this guy notice this before?
Were you drinking this and you thought it was milk? I have questions. So, yeah, I very strange, very very strange. Yeah, it's like goo, and so they decide that they're going to go to, what is it, Hardon? That's not the name of the thing. Hardon.
Oh
yes.
my.
Hardon. It's Hordern. I can't pronounce anything worth a fucking shit. I really can't. They go on this journey, and they go on this day journey to this village, and where apparently this cow came from, and where the fields were that were being poisoned, apparently, you know. And as they're leaving, the kid, that a single mom that kind of wants to be with the elf, and his friend decide to go into a barn that they're never supposed to go into, and I don't know to explain why. They're not supposed to go into the barn.
No, they didn't really explain that. And for some reason, there's a broken sword hilt in there.
It's obviously evil. It's like the most evil looking sword hilt I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I'm trying to skip to it. Oh. Look at this sword hilt. I'm glad you said sword hilt. I didn't know what it was. Okay, I had no clue what this thing was. And so the fact that you said sword hilt makes this make a lot more sense, because I didn't know what it was. I was like, what? Who left their junk just like in this barn? You know? Like, what the fuck? What is this? You know, I don't understand. Because this is the second age. I really don't know. And it's like, oh, look, it's a thing. Oh, it's a thing. And now we come up to one of the stupidest fucking scenes in the entire thing. Okay. I have to say, at least this boat looks good. Look at this boat. Look at the boat. Look at this boat.
Yeah.
I like the boat. I'm gonna say it. I like the boat. I think the sail's stupid as fuck. The sail's not doing anything. Where is this sail? How is this sail helping you? What is this? What? How? How is it helping?
Also, you can't give the elves some chairs.
Nah, they gotta stand the whole time. They've been living in an internment camp for 1,000 years. The humans do? Why are the elves at fault for that? Am I missing subtle context? I just don't know. Oh my god, you've been sending me shit. Sorry, Chris, I didn't know. You fucking sent me like 2 things. I'm so sorry. And practical sword, the hilt is 1/3 of the size of the blade. Look at this he's over here measuring shit. Hold on. Look at this fucking asshole. Hold on a second. I'm good at my job, guys. This is not my job.
We're professionals, damn it.
Look at this sword. It's like the size of him. Look at it. If we're a sword, that's a big sword, right? That's a big ass sword.
Yeah.
I thought the elves were supposed to be tall. If he's
a handle
like,
that big
5'10"
would be for like a two-handed. Yeah, for a handle that big, that'd be like for like a two-handed weapon. In which case, the sword would be much bigger.
Yeah, this is like a one-handed. The guard would be bigger too. So you have like a one-handed sword guard. The sword is long, but not too long. But this is silly. This is silly. This looks silly. Okay, that just looks silly.
It's like, if you're gonna use a weapon that big, just use like a lance or something then.
Yeah. Thank you. Rambam and I finally agreed on the sword. Thank you. We did it, guys. The conflict arc is over. We did it. We finally. That is silly as fuck. Look at him. Look, that's like him. Because that's like almost up to his head, and that's down here. So if you flip to that'd go down to here, right? Yeah, like right about here. If they flip the sword. Like,
yes.
From right here. Yeah, so that's almost the size of him. I don't know how big that actor is, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess. The average size for men is 5'9". So I'm just gonna go ahead and say the actor is 5'9". All right. So that is a huge sword. That's a huge fucking sword. Like, if he put that in a hilt, that sucker's dragging on the ground. Or in a sheath. That's what I meant to say. If he put that in a sheath, that shit is dragging on the ground. The hilt belongs on a great sword. The blade was, and the guard. The guard just doesn't look like it's gonna do fucking anything. The guard looks so small. A great sword. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna use that, but I wanted to make sure I was, Cool Ocean has been watching that village for, he said almost 80 years. Maybe he watched, yes! Yeah, that was something else that thank you for reminding me.
I caught that too.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So his man, my dude out here, dude, don't fucking. Okay, so that's the first thing that Chris sent. I gotta show y'all the next thing that he sent. The lot you lumped us in with died off 1,000 years ago. That phrase doesn't make any sense. I must have skimmed past it. Because I'm trying to go over the scenes, but like I also acknowledge it's almost been 3 hours. What?
Yeah.
I'm confused as fuck about that. That's a weird one, I gotta say. So that's a weird one. I don't even know what to say to that, honestly. So we're back to the boat looks cool. Okay, I like the boat. The sail is stupid. I've been watching One Piece. I went down the One Piece trail. Okay. But
look at the elf on the right side, like this in the second to last row. He flat out has a Spock haircut.
Oh my god, he does. He's doing the bowl cut. I need to bring in the bowl cut back. Yes. So are they going with them?
Apparently.
These fucking no offense, people, I don't need you to take my shit off for me. I can do that all on my lonesome. I'm good. I'm a grown woman, you know. The Elvish battle ended 1,000 years ago, so Galadriel and her brother have been searching for Tharon for 1,000 years, for hundreds of years. Yeah. See, that's what I thought. Because they say months, but I don't think it was months. Like, I didn't get that impression. I'm gonna call him Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, fucking, the way he's like, I want you gone. Get out. This is so, you're useless to me at this point. It is just like I'm banishing you. That was just like a banishment move. It's like, you have to be
also,
dead.
Okay, finish. Well, I also just want to say, when Loki and I were doing our screening before the show yesterday, and we got to this scene, Loki flat out told me, if she jumps out of the boat and starts swimming back to Middle Earth, I'm gonna lose it.
It's kind of how I knew that scene happened, actually, because I didn't listen to the stream because I didn't want to, but I think his exact words were, that bitch jumped boat and fucking swam back to Middle Earth, which is basically from the UK to the USA. Was literally on the shores of the UK and swam her ass back in a nightgown in freezing cold ocean water filled with a lot of shit that wants to eat her back to the US and somehow lived and didn't die.
Yes.
Just like, what?
Again, elves are physically superior to humans. They're good. They're not that good.
Yeah. No, it literally doesn't make sense. The only reason I'm not showing out the whole thing is because I don't want it to get like nuked from Oblivion.
Right.
So then we have Gilgamesh and Elrond are talking to one another. And Elrond's like, she's passed beyond my sight. Yeah, she passed beyond your sight the second she fucking left. I'm just letting you know. If you could, because you're not going to sit there and try to tell me, Elrond, that you could kind of vibe her out like the Force. Because you as a second in like the lineage, like the hierarchy, you would have told the king that. So he would know all the shit.
No, he was meaning physically. He could physically see her. It was heightened eyesight.
Isn't that all that fog too? Like just to see her, like literally could. He's just like, he has like sniper vision, where he could just like physically see her.
In essence, yes, because elves have amazing eyesight. So I took that to be literal. She's literally gone past where I can see now.
Why? Okay, now I have another question. There's a fault here. So why did the elves struggle so hard to find the thing at the beginning if they had such amazing vision? And the cold doesn't affect them that much.
Because the producers are morons who haven't thought anything through.
Ah, okay. Well, that's an acceptable answer. And Gilgamesh here has a point. Like, he's talking about how, I sent her away so she could know peace. Like, but like, if there was bullying in the afterlife, like, why would there not be, or not in the afterlife, but if there was bullying there when she was a kid, why would she not, like, harbor resentment? Like, wouldn't you be worried that her quest for vengeance would corrupt her and corrupt that realm, I don't know. That seemed a little silly. Yeah. And apparently no one is cleaning anything. So all these leaves that keep fucking falling down, they look pretty to an extent, right? Like, oh, these yellow leaves are falling down, and it kind of looks golden-esque and mysterious, but like, those are going to turn into dead leaves. Somebody's going to do something about them. I'm just saying.
They have they have so, I'm trying to think of a fake janitor name that cleans things up, but I can't think of one.
Consuela.
Well, I was trying to think of a name, and then like a generic name, and then like give it like an elvish spin as well. But I could.
Bobbish.
Bobbindell.
Bobbindell. Yeah. She's Batman.
Yes.
So I wanted to get the Oz video. Like, does that look like the first and second rank of the high elves? Is that nice too? Does that give you first and second rank high elves vibes?
No.
Yeah.
I see a Maybelline ad and a person in tremendous pain.
Yeah, he's thinking. That's pain. Alright, so then Elrond is about to he's Calamembro, whatever his name is. I cannot fucking pronounce it because my brain overthinks Calibro.
Calambrembror. Calambrembror.
Fuck. Whatever. Rainmaker. There we go. I'll just call him that.
Yes.
So, okay. So when we were talking about the carvings on the elf shit, at least somebody did something. For the love of all things holy, look at this. There's some detail on this. Well done, guys. The fancy ceremony armor for the high elves receiving the highest distinction of elfkind has shittier armor than fucking Cool Ocean out here on an 80-year patrol for nothing. His everyday attire is way better than the high elf ceremonial armor. Like, no, I will not pronounce it correctly. Now y'all have made me not want to pronounce it correctly, you fucks. Alright, look at the detail. Look at the detail on it. Like, that's nice. That's nice. I don't get the face, but this is nice. I don't understand why there's a belly button here, but you know what? It looks good other than those couple of things. Alright? I'm okay with this armor. I think this looks like one of my dark gray bed sheets that I got at Target. This looks good. I like that, even though the pointy thing doesn't really make sense for a shoulder guard, because if he lifts his arm, he's getting stabbed. But thank you for at least having some effort in some of the armor. Okay, is that Treebeard on his? I was gonna make that joke. Green Man, I don't know. So. All right. No, we're almost through episode 1, guys.
The Green Man.
Maybe. I don't know. So then fucking single mom, that's what I'm going to call her. Single mom and Cool Ocean go and see that, oh shit, that place is kind of, whoops. You know that thing that people in the bar were talking about? Like, this is the not at all a problem that they were talking about.
The place that had all the poisoned fields that they didn't think was an issue, really, to investigate.
Yeah, kind of a problem. So yeah, that's slightly an issue. It's kind of on fire. Looks like a dragon hit it, honestly. So yeah, that's a problem. It's a little bit of a problem.
Just a bit, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, hold on, guys. All right, I'm gonna play this scene out a little bit. So we got this. They got their fucking stupid. Oh shit! Hold on. Hold on. We gotta see. We gotta do the thing. Okay, so when I'm talking about how stupid their swords are, what? This is what I mean. Look at that sword. Look at it, and they're all like that, except for hers, which now looks stupider because now it looks like the hilt and the actual sword, it's the blade itself is like the same length from this shot. So, and they're all wearing skirts. Look at these skirts with the sequins on the side and pockets.
They're fabulous.
We finally achieved women wearing pockets. So when a storm initially hits, so if I just magically disappear, I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Oh. They're doing the thing. Apparently all these fucks are going to. And she has... That's a letter opener. Okay, Sting had more girth than that fucking thing does, okay? Like, I don't know. Like, it's so tiny. In comparison with the sword, like, that's a normal, like, dagger. Like, that's a fine dagger. But I'm comparing it mentally with the other sword. Like, how did the same blacksmith make that dagger and the other sword? Did have a squire to help him out of his armor. Yeah, okay, but why?
Yes, this is true.
That's fine.
But why'd they go out there in their armor anyway? Only they'll have it removed.
Yeah. Yes. As a female attendant? Well, you know, I thought they were all women.
Oh my.
I thought they were all women. I didn't know that there were been women. Not that I really can tell because they have veils on their face. So,
I think they're all women.
So, I thought they were. She's like, yeah, no, you have to keep things. You have to take it. I don't know how we're gonna get back personally, but yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna compliment it. This hilt.
But I don't think I don't think they are.
Oh well, then I don't know why them taking it.
I don't have.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with the dagger per se, but yeah, I'm pretty sure these attendants are also going to the Undying.
Yeah. Well, okay, but why? Why are they going? Also, what's the point in them taking off all their armor and everything if the attendants are going too? Because, like, they can just grab it once they get there. You know what I mean? And just...
Yeah.
There's no reason for them to not have it. Like, I like the hilt, but this looks stupid. This looks like cardboard. This looks like colored cardboard, but everything else looks fine. Like, I don't know why they decided to do that. Yeah, she's steel. You know, we're doing... Hold on. We'll just... Oh, look, the thing. I didn't really have that much of an issue with that. Like, all... Like, the scenery, kind of the visual shit, I didn't have that much of an issue with it. Oh, no. We're in buffering hell. Oh, dear. Okay, hold on.
Yay.
Refresh. Hold on. Buffering hell.
Be better, Aerith.
Yeah. Okay, it's literally not.
Did you break it?
Got to restart. Give me a memento. I have to go to the bathroom. I need to go to the powder room, guys. I drink like a shit ton of coffee and water, so forgive me. I shall return. Fear not! I shall return.
Yeah, so this the thing that I don't think we're getting across with this coverage is just how unbelievably slow paced this is, and none of these stories have grabbed me. None of the characters' stories have been remotely close to interesting. So there's just so little to grab you. Yes, Chris, I claimed the channel. But I don't care about the Harfoots at all. What is their story? Because one of the things we haven't really covered is the leader for the Harfoots. He's been reading, he's been looking up at the stars and reading the signs in his book and everything. But then the little girl hobbit, whatever her name is, Nora, I think. She's
literally no one cares.
Constantly, yeah, but she's constantly asking, what is it you see? And the guy who's reading the stars and interpreting the signs is not interested in sharing that information with anyone. Makes no sense.
Yeah. I'm listening because I always listen. I'm always watching.
She's always listening, guys. Always listening.
Yeah. Always listening. Yeah. I'm skimming. There are problems and questions, and I know we're 3 hours in. There's a lot less for me to talk about as much because the dwarves get introduced in the second episode. And I like the dwarves. I think the dwarves are the best part so far. Not Gandalf is interesting, but if that's a Gandalf, I'm okay, it's not a stranger. I don't know. I thought the dwarves were good. I like the dwarves. The dwarves actually felt like dwarves. Does that make sense? The costuming I thought was good. The makeup, everything, well,
Deesa's costume's still kind of a little too all over the place. It's not coherent enough.
Deesa. But I'm talking about everything but Deesa, I think, is what I should have specified. Yeah. So
yes, and then also I don't like how they have portrayed Durin, but we'll get there.
I have mixed feelings about Durin. I both like him and think he's acting like a petty chick at the same time. But I understand how he feels. But I also think if you're going to be friends with an elf, you should know going in that they view time differently. That's why human and elf relationships don't work out. So, anyway.
Yeah.
So then we have Tyrael. I mean, not Gandalf. Look at this. A fucking comet comes through. Look, it's a baby Ent.
It's Ents.
Guys, Ents.
We have the Ents.
No, give me your hand. I don't want to touch you, you fuck. You William Dafoe looking asshole. No. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, Judge. I don't want to touch you. It's not. I hate it when people make hand touching scenes seem so they're so agonizingly difficult to do. It's there you go, I did it. Oh yay.
I mean, reaching out to someone if they're in pain or something is different, but not this. Mm-hmm. It's just grab it.
he has mixed feelings about Elrond. Yeah, he does. Ooh, did y'all hear that?
I mean, it was Starry who came up with the joke. It was Starry who came up with the joke of that Durin planted Elrond's seed.
That's so good. I thought that was Loki. Starry,
it's like
you've been corrupted by the
it was
voice.
Starry. It's like, oh my god, Starry.
I did not see that one coming. Oh, that subverted my expectations. Starry is the one that came up with the perverted joke. I'm proud of her. And also disappointed, but mostly proud. So, question, real quick here. We're almost at the end of the episode, and we'll move on to the next one. But why is the dagger? Did they just fucking toss the dagger on the ground?
It seems that way.
Like,
so what's the point?
Why? What's the ceremonial undressing thing for then? Like, I don't. If you're just gonna toss it,
why even have the elves like in this? You're gonna just have them take it all off before they get there. What's the point?
I don't understand. So we're about to get it. We're about to get the very least. Oh my god, it's raining. Why is it raining on our way to heaven? Did you see that?
It's raining?
Look, it's raining. You saw that, right?
I thought that was I thought that was some of like the ethereal stuff.
That looks like rain. Oh. Well, not my fault. I can't tell the difference between. No, we're skipping past it. I respect my chat too much. Okay, hold on. No. We're doing it. We're gonna do the thing. Hold on. Come on. Jump the boat. Oh, the single tier. I love the single tier. Let's do it. Do it. The fucking Skaven are invading. They're trying to get the giant. They're trying to harness the power of the vortex. I'm sorry, this is not Warhammer.
And then, so like I said, Loki told me when we got to this sequence, if she jumps out of the boat and just starts swimming back to Middle Earth, I'm gonna lose it. Well, guess what happened to Loki when we got to this moment?
He fucking lost it, didn't he?
Oh, we were howling with laughter.
Yes. I was trying not to hear any spoilers. I had to like turn my headphones up, and I was just like, guys, fucking stop.
We were laughing so hard.
She just fucking she literally jumps the ship. She literally like, what do we do? I don't know. It's a vag. So now I'm fucked, right? Like, I am absolutely fucked at this point. But impact, don't tell them that. It's only a minor crater. So here, little stupid fucking whispers in black speech. Oh, that's racist. That's racist.
Oh no! It's speaking Ebonics.
Oh no! The evilest of all timelines. Oh shit! That's the oh fuck face. That's the. So he waited until I sent my best elf soldiers away. Here, hold on. I'm trying to show you the crater. This is the not Gandalf, by the way, that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And why does why does this crater have like this almost this altar of in the middle where presumably the impact actually took place?
It's
like, shouldn't doesn't the middle of the crater like is the deepest part of it? Why does it rise up like this altar bed here?
Yeah.
So that we could get Gandalf the nude.
Yes, of course, yes. Maybe it's the ritual of purification. Or like have two ships and have them turn back with all their all their worldly possessions. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird that they kept them on the ship, and the people that took off the clothes, the purification ritual, stayed with them. It's like, no, the things that you're trying to purify them from are just on the ship somewhere else. Like, that wouldn't really change anything, I don't think. So, like,
And yes, it does seem like they're also doing. Yeah, it does seem like they're also kind of doing Superman with Gandalf.
Yes.
Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a wizard.
Oh my god. The wizard smoking pot. Oh no. So that's the first episode. So we're gonna try to roll into 2. I'm sorry.
I need more caffeine. I'll be right back.
You need more caffeine? That's all right. So,
I need more caffeine. I'll be right back.
Previously on Rings of Power. Okay, yay. You're fine. We get the intro sequence. I want to talk about the intro sequence when it comes back. You just had it back. Yeah, nice. It was well executed. No, I understand. It's like I get it, but at the same time, like, I wish they would have done it differently. The intro sequence is silly. It's silly. I don't know how else to put it. It's one of those, like, why? I said what everyone was thinking. Oh no. I'm not allowed to do that. I can't I'm not allowed to say what everyone's thinking, right? Let me see. Yeah, intro sequence is silly, I think. And plus, I definitely had the Game of Thrones theme playing in my head during the whole thing. Like, as the things were changing, I was like, da 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 da. Like, I don't know. It was really funny to me. Let's see if I can show it to y'all real quick. So, like, this is what made me laugh. It was like, they do this, and it's like, look, those are some stupid looking rings, okay? This is silly. This is, like, this is silly. This is sand on the floor. I don't know. Like, thank you. Yeah, I agree. 1000%. I just the intro sequence is silly. Game of Thrones did it better, which is never something that should be said when you're talking about a Tolkien property. I don't know. This is silly. This is just, it's sand on the ground making different shapes. I don't know. It felt like a lot of time got put into doing this, and it's so silly. I just don't. This intro is awful. Yeah, no. So I'm just gonna pause it and continue. Like, that's just all it is. It's just sand. Main title theme by Howard. You know, also,
and Ram Bam, I agree.
What?
Hold on, Ram Bam, I agree. A blood magic powered sword sounds cool. I agree with that.
I actually might steal that idea because that's so cool. Like, you get this unbelievably OP sword, but you have to, like, feed it blood. I like that. So every time that you cut somebody with it, it's like it gets more, I like
It
it.
gets
That's
bigger
like a
or
great
sharper or
idea.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets more powerful. Yeah, I like that idea. The blood makes it. Oh my god. God damn it! Jay.
Oh my.
Oh my god. Yeah. But he brings it, and look, it's the Hobbit thing on the hill. We did it.
My thought it was actually Anna Tefka from Fiddler on the Roof when they're leaving the village.
That's funny. Oh shit. Oh my god. We're almost done, guys. We're so close.
Almost there.
I know. Fuck us, right? So they're all somehow they lived. With most of it intact.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they have no.
Yeah.
And my guess is this is the Numenorians.
I don't know who the Numenorians are. Who the Numenorians?
They are the more elf-like humans. They're
Uh-huh.
well,
the Valerians. Okay, I understand.
they're basically they live longer and everything like that. So they're stronger than your average human, but they're still humans. They're still mortal.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Understood. So, he has. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Okay, we did it, guys. Because that's how it ends. It ends, guys.
Yep.
We covered it. We covered the first 2 episodes. We did it. Now this is a long stream because we had 2 episodes to deal with. We might continue. I don't know. Do you want to continue covering the show? Are you down?
We can give it another try.
We can, yeah. Yeah. So.
But I mean, the first 2 episodes did not really do anything for me.
No.
I didn't find any of the characters intriguing. Really, none of the little stories grabbed me. I
like the dwarves, but that's not really.
Yeah, some of the set pieces I liked. Some of the Khazad-dûm music I thought was pretty good, but most of the music I found terrible. I liked some of the designs for the cities. The landscapes were nice. Some of the sets looked great. Some of the sets looked really cheap. Some of the costumes looked okay. Most of the costumes looked terrible.
Yes.
The dialogue is atrocious.
Yes.
To the point of this series, because I can't tell how good any of these actors are because they have nothing to work with.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
So incidentally, I would say the actor that I think is doing the best job would be not Gandalf, because he hasn't said anything.
Yeah. He said nonsense. That's pretty much it. The article you were going to show, basically all it does is it talks about apparently Amazon and all of its mighty intellect decided that they were going to not allow people to review the show on its service. So you can't review it anymore.
For 72 hours. Now, people have noticed 5-star reviews are still going up.
Oh, of course, yeah. But all that's
interesting,
gonna do
isn't it?
is you're just going to make people like you're now pissing off people, and you're making them sit on their anger longer. So
yeah.
So, yep.
But I mean, overall, these first 2 episodes were really, really weak.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any question how.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any question. House of the Dragon's first 2 episodes are vastly superior.
Oh yeah, no. This made House of the Dragon look way better. So.
Oh God, yes.
It not even close. I kind of thought the second episode of House of the Dragon was a little boring.
Yeah.
It didn't have as much Matt Smith. That's really what it was suffering from. But God, I'm serious. This was just like I'm not a big Tolkien nerd. I don't know that much about the shit except for the movies, and even then I'm forgetting shit. I kind of know some things outside of the movies, but not a whole lot. I just found myself confused. There were a lot of like objective issues that if this wasn't called like in the Lord of the Rings, and these weren't characters that we were at least somewhat familiar with, that I would be having issues with them regardless. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yes, if you completely remove this from Lord of the Rings, this is still a really just generic, boring fantasy show. Like there's nothing interesting going on, really.
Yeah, I said House of the Dragon was competent, which is pretty impressive because I thought it was okay. Yeah. I don't have really anything that much to complain about it. I think they're going way too heavy on House of the Dragon when it comes to like females wanting to be in power and can't because of the time era they live in. I think they're going a little bit too hard on that, and they need to chill out.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because, well, ultimately, at the end of the day, women cannot run shit by themselves for the most part. Cersei got away with it because she was able to manipulate people, but they'd always show her as being manipulative and very smart. So she was able to get away with it. She was never going to be queen by herself. That's the thing. Like, only way she got access to the throne was through her husband. And so it was, in my opinion,
then her sons.
Yeah, and then the fact that she had sons. No, I mean it's pretty. I prefer the way Cersei did it. Mm-hmm. I think they're being a little heavy-handed. I think Matt Smith is not even like the best, by far not even close, the best part of the show. Mm-hmm. I don't have things to say about that.
There's also just more. Frankly, there's also just a kind of a practical reason why historically there weren't that many women rulers, because for the longest time, childbirth was risky. Like in medieval times, like 1 in 10 births ended with the mother dying. That's a significant risk if your ruler suddenly dies.
Yeah, so
and, there's no heir.
Yeah, and they're never going to make, so even if the queen was unable to have children, they're never going to do that because the bloodline ends with her. So there's reasons why that. But I'm looking at this show and I'm just like, I don't know if I hate it. I don't think I can say I hate this show because I would have to emote. It didn't even make me mad. There was nothing that made me mad or hateful towards this show in any way, shape, or form. I think it is, and knowing the budget the show had makes it a billion times worse, pun intended, because I know how much money they had to blow on this, and I don't see it anywhere.
And they used it on Blow.
Apparently, because I don't see the money, I could see the money in Game of Thrones. I can see that money. Hell, I could even see the money in fucking Star Trek Discovery. I do not see the money in this. Like, I just don't know where it is. I really don't. I'm kind of just puzzled. I'm confused. Confusion really is, like, at the end of the day, my overall review of the show so far is I'm confused. There's lots of things that seem like they're payoffs that I'm not quite understanding what was even set up to begin with to result this as a payoff. It's funny you say that. I actually think that I saw this before. I kind of believed it a little bit. So anyway, I don't know if I could give this a number score either, because I don't know what I would give it. It's not high. Okay, but it's like I just don't know what I would give it. It's weird. It's a weird show. It's very strange.
Well, based on the scores I gave it yesterday on Loki's show, for these 2 episodes, it's 0.5 out of 10. I gave the first one a 0. I gave the first one a 0 and the second one a 1.
I think that's what he said he gave it too. I don't know. I don't know what I would give it. I might have to agree with you because I really don't know what I would give it. It's not a high score. Okay. Batwoman was like a 3, like a 2 or a 3, right? Because I gained some kind of entertainment from it. I don't know what to do with this. I don't really know if I gained entertainment.
It's boring.
I don't even know if I can say
boring. It's very boring.
Yeah. So anyway. Well, it's almost been 5 hours. Josh, what do you have? Do you have anything going on? Are you still working on Secret Stoof?
I'm still working on Secret Stoof.
Okay. Monday, House of the Dragon review. Woohoo! We're doing it again. Let's see. And I think Zero's actually going to have watched the show up until that point, so he will be able to talk about it. And not just kind of be like, the background, like, woohoo, or just, let's see. Thursday.
Zero's actually doing homework, huh?
Yeah, I know, shocking. The Thursday, 7:30 p.m. I will be hosting the Beta Menace on my channel, and I think that's all I got. Besides next week, which, as far as I'm concerned, we're watching episode, and I don't know. I'll see if we continue it after that. I don't know.
Because I don't want the 100th episode to be based around this.
It won't. If we do whatever we do for the 100th episode, we will skip that week for this. If we continue doing it a weekly thing, and we'll just double up the next week. So,
oh joy!
That's assuming there's anything worth talking about, right? Yeah. So.
That's fair.
Guys, well, thank y'all for coming. I thank y'all so much. Thank you for enduring 5 hours. We did it, 5 hours. And I will see y'all.
It's been a while since we've done a lengthy one.
Oh my god, you're right. Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.